start recording because that's the most important part. Hello, everybody. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, or zeros and ones. We're here. Hi, we're back. It's been a month off.
It has.
Quick month off.
Yeah, it did go by quick.
We did
a lot, though.
We did do a lot. Speak in the mic.
Is that better?
Yes. You can.
I tried to move it. It's just awkward.
You can make eye contact with me through the screen here.
Oh. Okay.
We were off for a month. It went by way too fast. We did a lot of things that month. We went to concerts.
Yes.
I went to Las Vegas, which is the point of why we're here today. We'll get to the point why Riz is on the screen as well. You can see by the file length when you hit play that we are here with a modern day version of what you would think would happen when Grandma came back from her trip to Italy and played slides.
We're watching the slideshow of your vacation.
We're watching Patty and Thelma's slideshow from their vacation.
I think it's Selma.
Is it?
It is.
It's hard to get over and say it wrong.
Thelma hung out with Louise.
Oh, right.
They drove off a cliff. Oh, spoiler if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, spoiler. So we're here today to show you some of the clips and some of the videos and some of the stuff from my phone from Jess and Dan's trip to Las Vegas. We were there for the Super Zoo show, a name that is very much misrepresented from what is actually going on there. We'll get to more to what...
Was it neither super nor a zoo?
No. It was super, but like it is like that's just the raw name.
There were no animals to pet.
The hype in the name of of Super Zoo does not match the corporate representatives that were there just to try to sell units and cases and B2B. Oh my. So we'll get to all that in just a little bit. So I was putting together all this footage, and then after that we have some hurricane footage. Oh my gosh, that was another crazy thing. So I did not know how to...
Not as crazy as the name hurricane implies.
Right.
Agreed. Okay.
Right. Well, by the time it got to us, it was like not as bad. It was bad, but like...
It was almost a hurricane.
Oh, almost. Right. So I dragged and dropped all the files from my phone. I didn't make a traditional vlog. I did use the GoPro for like 2 clips, but I think I put that in like Justice Snow Dog's vlog video. And you guys, I'm sure, have seen that one already. So this is clips and stuff just off my phone. I threw them in a timeline, and there was a lot of photos and only vertical video. I didn't do anything horizontal. So I figured that I would show up here and show you guys what the whys, like what, Dan, why did you take this picture, or what's this clip next? So we'll kind of just hang out. We'll go through pretty much just pick after pick and video after video of my phone, unedited.
Just your slideshow.
It's just my slideshow. And then after that, we'll talk about the bad weather we have. So we're back this month in September.
We are.
Yeah, it was a month off. There was something else I was supposed to mention about us being gone. Oh, I know what it was. Ha ha ha. Burr, 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 burr. New RFS pins.
Yay!
Look how cute that is.
They're very cute.
Yeah, so it's me in pin form. You can take a screenshot, or you can run up to your TV and take a photo of either one of those links there to order yours. That's $15, including shipping. And this was fun. I got these made from a company in Korea. So it was really cool. In China. So yes, in China. So it was really cool.
Did you have to look at your box?
It was really cool because I always make friends with everybody. So I'm pals with the pin person.
You do have a lot of like Chinese friends now from all the stuff
yeah,
you've done.
It's fun. So they're here. There's some for you if you'd like some. Well, they just got here yesterday, and I threw them up on like the Instagram yesterday, and I sold like 15.
Nice.
Yeah.
People are much more excited than you anticipated.
I thought, yeah, right. It's
That's
me in
awesome.
pin form.
It's really cute.
Yeah, and includes shipping and a bonus, which I don't know. I've like probably some
Cat
stickers
hair.
laying around and cat hair and stuff like that. So get yours today. What else?
Tomorrow.
What else happened during the month we were off? I went away.
I got glasses.
You got glasses.
Apparently, I'm
oh my
old
gosh.
now. I have to wear glasses. This was as cat eye as I could get.
I got new glasses as well. These ones are my looking close glasses. I wanted to get like clear glasses, but I didn't want to look like Kurt Rambis or Chris Sabo.
I don't know who either of those people are.
You don't need to know. I got some red ones around here somewhere, but those are for like far. These are for near glasses.
Mine are for both. I got one pair for both. When I look down, then it's near.
Oh
And
yeah.
when I look straight, it's
You
far.
got those progressive glasses.
I did.
I can't really do that because I need like all the eye movements for doing editing and stuff. So I didn't get any of the progressive glasses, but I wanted to get different color glasses. It's all Greg's fault. It is all Greg's fault.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's why?
Yeah, I saw him with his cool green glasses, and I was like, man, I want cool green glasses. And then so I got red glasses. I still don't have them here, and they're not even in like reach. Oh yeah, they're right
I
here.
don't even know where they are.
They're right here. How do you feel about your glasses?
They're leaving dents back here. I'm not used to wearing glasses. I've had glasses.
Dents.
Yeah, I have like dents. They feel fine. They don't hurt. But when I take them off, I have a dent. Also, they're bougie Tiffany. That's some Tiffany blue right there.
You didn't even get crystals?
No, they're Tiffany and Company.
Like
the fancy jewelry company.
I look like Steve Urkel. Did I do that? Got any cheese?
A little bit. Little Sally Jesse going on.
A little bit.
So it's weird to me to have something on my face. Like I said, I haven't had glasses since I was 14, but kind of like an as-needed sort of thing. And who wants to wear glasses? So
right.
I've never really used them. Now I'm supposed to wear them all the time.
I have decent sight, and everything's just a little blurry. And then finally, because you know how when you go to the optometrist, it's always like this one or this one, this
Better
one or
than
this one,
or two.
And it's like you just rattled me around. You blew dust in my, or you blew puffs
my
of air in my eye.
eyes are still watering.
Right, they're watering. They're fogging up the lenses. And then at one point, she's like, "That's as good as it gets." And I'm like, "Thank you for saying that." Like, I'm not going to see.
We can't make it as good as it was like when you started out life, but good as it gets.
Right. My mom had glaucoma surgery the other day, where they zapped away like the fog in her eyes. And then they took away her medical card. And but she's like, it was fine. It didn't hurt at all. Like the only thing that sucked was the IV. And I'm like, that's crazy. So yeah.
Was she knocked out for it?
No.
Ugh.
No, she was like scanners, like with the eyes are all pulled
One
open.
of the guys at work keeps bugging me. Why don't you just get laser eye surgery? There's no way. And I try to explain to him, like, I have an eyeball aversion. Like,
right.
I don't want to look and see if there's something in your eye. I don't want to look at my own eyeballs. Sometimes I find really cool artwork, but there's an eyeball on it. Like, even if it's cartoony, I don't want to do anything with eyeballs.
No.
I do not want to be open and visually be able to see like things coming at my eyeballs.
Help you. There
Is that better?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
My eyes water as well. They're like, let's dilate your eyes and stuff. And I'm like, let's not. Isn't it almost lunchtime for you guys?
Right. The eye doctor asked me, like, do you normally have watery eyes? And I wanted to be like, you just assaulted my eyes in 10 different ways.
Right.
And now you're shoving a thing in front of it. When that happens, yes, normally my eyes water.
And how is it that, like, they let me just run around Lens Crafters and put on every, fake pair of glasses on?
I was thinking that, like, how many hands and faces have touched these?
All of them. I licked 3 of them. It's all of them. And I'm in there by myself. Like, nobody else is in the Lens Crafters but me. And, like, the 4 employees sitting there watching me take kissy selfies, trying to figure out which...
You were sending me selfies.
We're trying to figure out which ones to choose. So I got glasses, and I got a hearing test, right? But I can't hear very well out my right ear. And then I went to the hearing aid test place, and then they put me in a booth.
And the hearing aid test determined that was a lie.
That was a lie. So I go, and they put me, like, in a bank vault. It was, like, this big, thick thing, and then they gave me a hearing test. And apparently I have Superman hearing, is what the doctor said. Because my hearing's, like that, and then whoop. So apparently I hear really well. So
you just don't listen.
Yeah. So just you better watch what you say. You better watch what you say, and you should answer. I'll keep talking while you answer that text from Blake. Blake's trying to make some sort of mac and cheese or something down at his girlfriend's house, and
he is. He's having a cooking competition where they're each making a meal and having friends and relatives eat it and judge whose is better. And he's making my mac and cheese.
Why not? If Chef Ramsay can make now microwave meals,
so weird.
Blake can do that. Yeah, I didn't like how he jumped the shark there. But yeah, Blake's trying to. It's milk cheese. It's just cow. It's just all cow juice in different forms.
There is a bit of skill involved in making macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, you gotta stir
make
it
a roux.
clockwise. Can anybody hear the mac and cheese noise in their mouth?
Ew.
So that's what Blake's doing. So Crystal might be answering texts throughout.
I guess I should put it here so I can see if he
Yeah.
texts.
I
think we're good. He asked for the recipe. I gave him the recipe and a bunch of tips on ingredients to buy. Mm-hmm. He's got to go to the store and get the ingredients. So I think we're good for now.
Yes. All right. What else happened? I think that's pretty much it. It was nice the other day when it was time to mow the lawn and I didn't feel like it, and I'm like, oh, I could do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow came, and then I didn't feel like it, and I'm like, maybe I'll just do it the next day. Oh my gosh, I can. And then the next day happened, and I was like, I don't want to mow the lawn today. I guess I could do it tomorrow. And then sure enough, I could.
And then you put it off for like a whole week.
It felt good. It felt good to have extra time.
My favorite part about summer vacation was I was scrolling through Instagram, and one of those suggested posts told me that there was a Mad Caddies Bucko 9 concert in Pomona.
Oh, right.
And then I noticed that post that I saw was like, hey, repost this and you could be entered to win. And then I won the tickets. And then I spontaneously was able to go to a concert on
Like
Saturday
you just
night.
showed up there like poof, poof.
No, not like spontaneously teleporting. Just
Oh.
I hadn't planned it in advance and had to put it on a calendar like we do.
Yeah.
It just like it was
just life.
It was a
great.
Tuesday and I'm
Uh-huh.
like, hey, I got tickets to this concert. And I texted Nanda and asked her if she wanted to go, and luckily it worked with her schedule.
Yep.
And we hopped in the car and went to a concert.
I was in Vegas that weekend, but yep. No, it was good, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was a really good concert. Second time I've seen Mad Caddies this year.
It's nice.
I don't
And
care. I love them.
It's Friday on a 3-day weekend here for Memorial Day. And
Labor Day.
Labor Day. And there's 3 days.
Yes.
We get, there's 2 sleeping ins and we don't sleep. I don't sleep in.
Sir, that's 3 sleeping ins.
That's 3 sleeping ins for you.
3 staying up lates and 3 sleeping ins.
right.
And only 4 recovery days instead of 5 this time. Because I
Nice.
spend weekdays hating myself for staying up so late and having to get up so early, but I still do it.
It's because you've been watching too much Big Brother Live
Oh
feeds.
my god. Like literally standing in front of the TV at 12:30 at night going, we need to go to
I
bed.
know. It only gets good at 12:30 at night.
Absolutely.
It does.
At least we're West Coast and not East Coast, because
Uh-huh.
if we were East Coast, it'd be at 3 in the morning.
That's true. All right. So here we are. I didn't know what to make of this video. I didn't take a proper vlog. I just had
What was that word?
a proper vlog. I just had clips. Some of these ended up on my Instagram. You really should be following me at RFS Dan on Instagram if you want to see the latest updates. You can see my McCheeseburger conspiracy theory.
With a little Jordan Howlett in there, right?
Which one's he?
Come a little closer.
Oh, yes. No, who is he, though? Is he the,
guy-
golly, my
No.
roadside attractions?
No, that's Huell Hauser.
Oh, shoot. Okay, that's right.
If you don't know who he is, you gotta
Uh-uh.
Google it. Oh my gosh.
So you saw that video?
I did watch your video. Jordan Howlett is the guy that 90% of the time records in his bathroom. He's the president of the Fast Food Secrets Club.
Oh, I don't
And
know.
he's like,
Is this
yeah,
a
you
sh-
do.
is this
He's the
short
one
form
that told
content?
us about eating the Oreos with sour cream and it tastes like cheesecake.
Oh, right.
And he's always like, let me tell you a secret. Come closer. And then he zooms in.
"Oh, I love it."
And
I
you did
was
that?
just trying to
You subconsciously stole it.
conspiracize. I probably did. It wouldn't be the first thing.
Probably
But
not.
the coupon at McDonald's is for it's for a double cheeseburger and then a free 6-piece nuggets, or for like 20 cents. But today I was eating it and it was a McDouble.
What's the difference?
1 piece of cheese. I feel like it's principality. Also, I feel like when I get a double cheeseburger, they do look a little bit happier than the McDouble that looks like it's been ran through the what's that thing that you'd ring your the reaner before it comes out to your car? They let's see how flat we could get his cheeseburger and then send it out to him.
Yeah.
So they've been McDoubling my McCheeseburgers. So that's 20 cents times millions of people. Because apparently
It's a
it's
scam.
happening to everybody. It is. All right, so here I go. I literally just dragged and dropped everything into a timeline. Some of these are still photos. Some of these are videos. Crystal, if you have any questions at any time, I think we can just hit spacebar.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of this.
And stuff.
Can I readjust a little bit?
You can readjust a little bit. And this is just my trip. So I don't know if some of these clips could be boring or inappropriate. I don't know. It's
Parental
just,
guidance is
suggested, yes. All right, so here we go. So I'm getting ready to leave here, and Rizzo was just laying there being cute.
Always sleeping on her back.
Always sleeping on her back. And so I was saying goodbye out the door. So the night before I left, Crystal cut my hair, and I was sending Crystal a picture when I cut my hair. If you can see at the front of my hair right here, it needs a little bit of trimming. It's kind of off. It's got this little rhino point in the front. Then it drops down a little bit. This is going from front to back. Then it comes up and does this weird thing, and then it's beautiful all the way back. So that was
In
me
my
showing
defense,
Crystal how crazy my hair was.
It's like 50% haircut, 50% how you put it up. Because a lot of times you'll send me a picture and be like, this part's messed up. And the next day you do your hair and it's fine.
A little bit, yes. And it's fine. Like, you can't really see it from the top. It's whatever. But
And nobody cares. It's a mohawk.
it needed a little bit of angle on that. So that's why that picture was there. Let's see what else I have here. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Okay, I hit play again. This will be a little clunky. I've never done something like this before. Mama Cat, don't forget me, Mama Cat.
You were so concerned she was going to forget you.
I cleaned off my desk. that's usually turned this way. If you're looking to the left, if you're looking at the cat, that's where the kitchen is. I set up Mama Cat's little sleeping box because she loves that box that I made for her. That box is a little Hot Wheels car box. When I bought too many Hot Wheels one day, I took the box.
One time.
And yeah, so don't forget.
She did spend a lot of time sleeping in that box.
Yes, and not a lot of time sleeping. She sleeps on the bed next to me.
She tried
night.
to sleep in the bed, but because you weren't there to run the block, Kitty chased her out. So she slept on your nightstand a couple nights.
Sounds familiar. On my way to leave, Kumiko was standing out there, but she didn't stay outside. I let her out while I was loading up. She made sure she stamped the front of my car.
Your freshly washed car.
So that way I know, which I love it. That way I know which car is mine, and she knows that like she owns the car.
You took a little piece.
I know. I love it. I love it. So there's Kumiko being Kumiko, like, let's go, and I'm like, you can't go with me, even though I would love to take you with me.
When it's a hair update, I have to jack my car down a little bit so I can fit within inside the confines of. Obviously, you know, I got the car because it had the cutouts of my hair.
That is true.
So
Yes.
We know that.
putting it down in Mohawk mode, off I go.
That was only there because I had no other video until I actually get there. You can see, this is pretty much, you can see Vegas 4 hours away down there. This is pretty much how it is. You can see the sky was crummy because a storm was coming in. At this point, I had no idea we were going to have like a hurricane or anything like that.
I think there was like brief mention of it. We knew there was rain coming like at some point later in the weekend. Because you left on Tuesday.
Yes, I left on Tuesday morning.
Sunday was hurricane day.
Right. And at this point, it's like 9 in the morning my time, like noon Jess's time. Jess wasn't going to come in until like 4 o'clock my time anyway. So I was going out there early because my mom and my family live out in Las Vegas next to the Stratosphere. And so I was going to go out and see them first. You can see the rain cell to the left up there. Fortunately, it was heading off yonder. I learned that word soon. Then these two guys, oh my gosh, they did not want to like get out of my way at
That's
all.
the worst.
Yes, they were there forever.
Is this on the 5 North?
No,
or you're not that far yet.
No, there's no 5 North to go to. That was going. 5 North is going to like Sacramento.
That's right. Okay.
I'm like almost like the 15.
Gotcha.
I stopped at Barstow and I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I stopped at this little Walmart to see if there was Hot Wheels, and there was one. I found one Lamborghini there. I walked in the bathroom and everything was blocked off like that.
Did you actually pee in the sink?
Let's go to the next clip here. All right. I think that's like that Slab City. Have you seen like that Slab City out there where it's all spray painted and like hippied out and stuff like that? It's seen better days, but that's me trying to take a picture of it unsafely while I was going way too fast in my car. It's like 90. I was probably doing in the 80s.
The speed limit's probably 65. Nobody does.
It's 70, but like, yeah, it's like 70? 90. But look, you can see it's like 3-4 lanes. It's no longer 2 lanes. They've split the road up. It's as dangerous as it used to be.
The sky looks amazing. Amazingly clear for an incoming hurricane.
It was beautiful. You can't really see too much in this picture, but that all out there that looks like a lake, that big whole wide area across there, that's all solar farms.
Yes, we have a lot of those out here.
It's just all solar farms. So there's so many mirrors on the ground shining up there. So then right when I got to Jean, which is, I don't know, I think it's like a little bit past state line, I stopped to get some gas and then I stopped to go to the bathroom and there was a pink box there. The pink box has all the donuts in it.
So many
donuts.
Yes,
look at there's your ube one down there.
The ube donut was so good.
So
amazingly good. So like moist and crumbly, and it was like a crumb donut. And at first the ube flavor didn't really come through, but the more I ate, it did. But the texture was so amazing. Even for like, it took me like 2 days to eat the 2 that you brought.
Yes. So I was gonna bring some back for Crystal. So I did ended up bringing some back for Crystal. But I'll tell you what, this place is open 24 hours a day. They're fresh and good, huh?
Highly recommend it.
Highly recommend it. I mean, they're like a couple bucks each. Like donut.
They're not cheap donuts.
No.
Although I've noticed like donuts in general have gone up in price, like just regular.
But
donut
these are
shop
those
donuts.
bougie special ones, like where they're all a themed donut. And like I said, you can see right next to the lady on the left side there, you can see the purple ube donuts. Very good. Right. Okay. So at this point, I had no donuts. I just left. I knew I was gonna come back. I sent this picture to Crystal. That's why I took this picture. This is me at my mom's house. She's got like a big poodle. We had small poodles growing up. We had the big poodle that's got so much energy. I love the dog.
Oh, is that a new one? I don't think I've met that one.
Cats love to keep a hair. You know. So
Cats everywhere.
Yeah. My mom's behind the cat's head over there, sitting down. So, hanging out, talking to my mom, waiting for Jess, who was delayed already. She was delayed because they overflowed They overfilled the gas on the airplane.
Which I've never heard of in my life.
The pilot got gas on him somehow, which I don't know if
Why was the pilot
maybe
by where they were putting gas in the plane?
He pulled up to the AM PM, and then he got out and he was pumping gas.
Yeah, do you have to pump your own gas as a pilot?
And then the fumes made it so he didn't feel well and he couldn't fly. And then Jess has got all the luck.
That sounds like when the guy at my work says he has to go home early because Dewey, the pest control, comes and sprays and nobody can smell it. And he swears it smells like chemicals and makes him sick. And I think it's just an excuse to go home early.
That's such an excuse. That's
Such
something
an
white
excuse.
people do. That's
Yeah,
okay.
I think the pilot just wanted to go home early that day.
So Jess being lucky, the PA system's like, oh, this is a hub station where all the other pilots could be. So it could be 5 minutes or 2 hours. That's me talking into a harmonica.
That's called a harmonica.
That's me talking to the PA system. So then they just drummed up a new pilot. I imagined it was like some B.A. Baracus looking dude, cigar hanging out his mouth. And he's like, I
ain't
gotcha.
got nowhere to be.
I gotcha. He looks like he's just all sweaty from the jungle. I got this. And then so I'm waiting for Jess to show up. So I'm just hanging out at my mom's house, having a good time. So that's what I'm doing there. Time to take off to go towards the airport. There's a couple stops I wanted to make. There's some good Hot Wheel places out there.
Does that say 123 degrees?
And it's not 123 out. That's just like the temperature on the car.
Right.
Whatever. So, out here it'll say like 111, 113, but it was hot. It was hot.
Clearly.
It was hot. It was hot.
Yeah, you went out there on a peak hot weekend.
Oh, I sure did. I sure did. So that was that. So there's me and Jess texting here, and now the pilot got fuel spilled on him and he feels unwell, so we have to wait for a new pilot. Could be a short wait or hours, literally what she said. No, and then me, no way.
I would lose my damn mind if that happened to me.
Right. So that was at like 1:20. I was like, no way, that's crazy. So this is pretty much what Vegas looks like right now. The F1 racing is huge, very popular sport, and it's coming to Las Vegas. So they've been repaving and doing a lot of work on the street. So this is pretty much what it looked right off the strip. When I was there a few months ago, the strip looked like this. Fortunately, they had finished paving the strip. So the strip itself did not have very much construction work like it did right outside of the strip. So that was me on my way to this place I've been looking at for a while called House of Cars. In House of Cars, it's a Hot Wheel place. I've never been to an actual Hot Wheel place where they specialize in die-cast cars. This is nothing.
Are each of these pegs the same cars all the way back, or it's all just different cars?
All different from all different years. Some peg warmers, some good cars.
How long did you spend in there?
I was in there for like 45 minutes because I was waiting for Jess to land, right?
Right.
And so I left my mom's house. I came here. I started looking through pegs. A lot of these are through different years.
Right.
So there's a lot of these I've never seen before. So I spent some time in there. I probably spent like $45 in there. Not bad. Like I bought some stuffs. So
did you hide that box?
No, I just learned to just walk by you with it.
Oh,
you don't know. You can't tell the difference. That's only one rack. This place is full of Hot Wheel stuff. I think it's really cool. So House of Cars is a really cool place. So I got some stuff there. Literally a couple miles from the airport. At this point, I'm in the parking structure, right? So here I am waiting for. Okay, quick bathroom break. So in this picture here, you can see Jess is over there at this X, and I'm over at the terminal, right? The Las Vegas airport is different than the LAX airport. I don't think it all connects. So at some point, I think she has to take a tram to get to me or whatnot, right? So as you can see, there's all this spaghetti noodles in between her and I, which are the roads. So eventually, after 20 minutes, I'm like, she said, off the plane. It's a small airport. I'm at number 3. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I finally drove on that noodle until it took me to where she was at. So that was a little bit confusing, although the airport is very nice as far as like you just get in and out. And so we're staying at the Luxor, right? So we have rooms at the Luxor. We pull into the Luxor parking. It takes a little bit to drive around the strip and stuff. If you miss your turn, like you're going down, around, and back again, right? So finally found a place to park inside the parking and walked all the way inside to see the hugest line in the lobby. And so just like, we could just do a digital check-in. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. So we do the digital check-in. It says, we'll let you know when your rooms are ready. So we're sitting in a parking garage in Vegas. I just picked up Jess, so we're like, oh, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. In the front seat of my car, just yapping. And like 45 minutes goes by, and I'm like, we should probably head over to the Mirage because we were about to see the Beatles Circus Soleil.
Circus Olay?
Yeah, it's like a human flea circus with Beatles music. Fortunately, Crystal brought me up to speed on the Beatles, since I'm not very familiar with the Beatles any more than somebody's like I'm in my 40s, so of course I've rubbed up against the Beatles in my life. But
you're aware that they exist,
Yeah.
but we did a crash course where we went through every album from beginning to end so that you could see their musical evolution,
right,
if you will.
Yes.
And there were a lot of songs where you're like, that's the Beatles?
Yeah, well,
so you know their songs, you just didn't know it was them necessarily.
Yeah, that's all me and you and you and me. I'm like, that's the Golden Grams commercial. Like, that's where I knew that, like, those songs from Graham and Honey, so happy together.
That's not the Beatles.
No?
No.
Oh.
Do we need to crash course again?
There you go. So, well, I get it, right? And then, like, so, and then, like, I've watched a couple things at Jess's house on the Beatles because she likes the Beatles. So she got us tickets to the
We
Circus
also
LA
watched
thing.
a documentary.
We did, and we watched a documentary on him, which was good as well. So I'm like, forget it. Let's just go. Let's, like, I want out of the car. So, like, we drove up the strip to the Mirage and found parking at the Mirage.
Without getting into a hotel room and being able to change into, like, nicer, we're going to a show in Vegas clothes. You were in your, like, basketball shorts, correct?
Oh yeah, because I was driving, because I was sticky. I was like in basketball shorts, and then like a t-shirt, and I was sticky. I parked the car, I went in and out, I drove to Vegas, the sun's still shining in my window, I'm like hot and sticky. I wanted to get my room, I wanted to go in my room and like rinse off, and then like I had like a collared shirt and stuff. I'm like, not a collared shirt, but like an unbuttoned. You guys have seen it, like, so. And then Jess is in, jorts. She's Jess Cena. And so we're like, oh, let's just go. Like, let's go park and get out and walk around. I don't even care. It's Vegas. Like, and it's on a Tuesday, right? So it's everybody's grandparents that are there. Your mammy and pappy are in Vegas, So we drive over to the Mandalay Bay, I think it said it was. No.
Mirage.
The Mirage. And I saw Menopause the musical was there. Everything the musical's there. And
but you guys did not go see Menopause the musical?
Every car that was there as well had some sort of advertisement on
Absolutely.
it. Right.
All right, this is for you to remind yourself, Dan, that you're in 6D later, right next to the sphere. The sphere.
Just
super awesome. Oh my gosh. You guys have no idea how cool this is.
What is it? Is that a sports center thing?
It's gonna be like a concert arena.
Nice.
And that's the outside of it.
And it's just changing images on the outside?
I don't even know how to explain it. It is the most beautiful looking one. It was the Death Star for a minute.
Was it really?
It was a basketball for a minute. It was the world.
Anything that's round.
We kind of messed up. There's a parking garage you could go up there and see it and stuff. It like went off at 11 o'clock at night. By the time I got to the car afterwards, it was like off.
Yeah, they just shut it off.
But this thing is a distraction to the 10th degree. Oh my gosh.
I bet.
It is beautiful, and I can't wait next year when I go back to go and visit this thing.
Is it not open yet?
It's kind of not. Like, they're still working on it, but the dome's done. But I don't know if they're still working on the parking lot to it. But I don't even know.
Interesting.
So in this clip here, you can see how crazy the machines have gotten, Crystal, in Vegas. They're all pretty much touch screens now. They're all like, they all gas you up. Oh boy, do they gas you up.
I noticed that the last time I went to a casino with my mom, everything, and machines are noisy, but everything is very digital, very touch screen, very movementy and things.
Also, the IP, the like intellectual properties, is crazy. When I say that, I mean, there's Willy Wonka there. I mean, in like HD res. The Ghostbusters were there in HD res, playing clips from the movie. You'll see. So let's go through this clip.
This is ridiculous. This thing's like 10 feet tall.
Here, wait, I'll stand next
just for scale.
For scale. And I'm
Also,
only 5 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
That's bigger than that.
Right.
It's been a long time since I've been to the casino, and boy, have the machines grown up. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
They have definitely gotten a lot taller.
Touch screens on the bottom as well.
It is a
Games
dog.
you play on your phone now.
So,
I find that disappointing. I like the pull the lever.
every now and then you'll find some pull the lever ones. Jess was always attracted to those, but even then, like, it still doesn't spit out any money.
No,
But
it doesn't.
It is very visually stimulating right now. They got the neons down. Also, there was a clip that I had lined up, and then I had to deleted off my phone when I was trying to post it on Instagram, and I wish I would have saved it. And it was like the 3DS came out, and you were able to look at the 3DS, and it was kind of 3D-ish. Some of the they've learned how to do it like on a bigger scale where you don't need the glasses, and some of the what are those called? Slot machines? When they go dun, 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 we're coming around in that 3D-ish stuff, and it really looked like it was starting to pop off a little bit. They almost got it down. That would be interesting if you were drinking alcohol.
A little disorienting, I'm sure.
It's big screens.
I love Vegas, how everything's over the top. The carpets, the ceilings, just everything is over the top.
And I'll show you more in that Luxor too. It is crazy. It is, what I did like about it, it is grandiose. It is. Everything feels thick. The Kool-Aid Man is not going through any of these walls. So what does this say? Coccolini? So Coccolini. So there's these gelato places that are all around in all the hotels. And let me tell you, in between each hotel, all the hotels connect now.
So interesting.
Some of them connect indoors. Some of them you have to go outside and go over a little ramp. We'll get to that too. So you kind of get to these in every one of the hotel areas. And I was ready for some gelato.
Which I believe you had for like the first time just like a month ago, didn't you?
You know, we had gelato when you would buy it from the store.
That's different. When you buy it from the store, it's too set. It's not as soft.
We went to a gelato place here in town like a week or so ago, and it was delicious. It was the most creamy like ice cream. It was great. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm gonna get some gelato. I'm in Vegas. Like, let's go. I'm ready to get some gelato. So we're at the place where we're going to get. Oh, sorry, we're going to the Beatles thing still. We haven't made it. So they're there. They're selling macaroons. So Jess wanted one of these blue macaroons. Macarons. So we got a macaron. Jess was happy. She gave me a little bite of it. It turned my poop blue the next day.
TMI, Dan.
Well, you know what you're getting for. I took this photo because Blake and I are into F1, but it's very expensive to be into F1.
I found a store with F1 merch. Do you want anything while I'm here? I'll grab it. Like, while I'm here.
Prices at that point.
Let me know if you want anything.
That collared shirt right there.
That shirt said it was $100. How much is this hat? $48. That's not bad.
That shirt, I read it right. It was $170. Yeah.
And Blake is very frugal, so he doesn't care how much he loves something. He knows if it's overpriced. He only buys, like, he has some F1 stuff if it's on clearance.
Yep. I agree. It's expensive. So all the weekend long, I was looking for him.
Whoa, that carpet's neat.
I was looking for him for to just try to come back with some F1 stuff since it's going to be there in just a couple months. Okay.
That chandelier is ginormous.
Oh, I know. And it was so big, and it took so long to get to there.
Action. Jess, why is it so... I think we might be in the wrong place.
I think so.
This feels a little bippity-boppity-boo-ish.
I feel like somebody's going to go up there and cut it.
Oh, this seems pretty cool, though.
We're looking for the entrance to the theater. And these people over here that were doing some sort of boring sales conference, they didn't know where to go either. They were like, and now it's time on Sprockets where we dance. He was like that. But they were nice. We had gone the wrong way. And it takes a long time to backtrack.
There was stand-up comedy. I was trying to see who was there. You guys didn't even go see stand-up comedy?
Oh my gosh, no! I'll tell
Dollars, that's not bad.
About that in just a little bit, because Carrot Top is actually in the same building I was in. Let me see.
He's got a residency there.
He does have a residency there. Let me see.
Action. Jess, why is it so... I think we might be in the wrong place.
I think so.
This feels a little bippity-boppity-boo-ish.
I feel like somebody's going to go up there and cut it.
Oh, this seems pretty cool, though. Oh, look, people.
All right, so we got George Lopez, Daniel Tosh, DL Hughley, and Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers.
I can't. I recognize that name. No, the middle one. Who's the middle one? You can't see it. Even with your new glasses.
I can't see it. I can't.
People.
Get it a little clearer now.
Let's glass.
I can't see. So we're a little ways away. So we finally figure out, like, oh, look, the Beatles entrance is right there, like, in the casino. It's like the casino's there. It's, like, on the side there. And every grandpa and grandma are there, straight out of, like, the Rock of Ages cruise. So we're hanging out, and Jess is going to play a little bit.
How long have we been here, Dan?
Like, this, you just sat down, hi, and put money in right now. This is our first button press.
First button press. And I spin the wheel.
Just started off.
And that's all I wanted to do.
Just started off pretty. She's got good luck. She's had good luck at the casinos for the last few years. She's always come out
160
ahead.
quarters.
And no difference.
That's math.
Yeah. Well,
How much math is that?
$12.50.
Oh,
I really thought we were like $100.
that was a little
Better than nothing.
underwhelming. No, that's good.
It was a little underwhelming. Look at how tidy you look on the machines now. Like some of these
A
machines
lot of
are
them
like
have benches.
rides.
Jess, this seems like a ride.
I know.
Is there a seatbelt?
They have one that.
Look how crazy this thing is. This is a whole Wizard of Oz thing. It's calling our names. Look at all the characters back there. Like, even if you got 2 seconds of screen time, you've been now scanned in 3D from SAG.
It like wraps around and comes up. It's all consuming.
Every ergonomic possibility has been done for you. Some of the machines you can hit the button and it'll raise and lower like my desk.
Nice.
Jess has got a rule. As soon as you sit down, volume all the way up. That's just the thing.
This is crazy. And I'm zoomed okay. There's 100%, but I'm zoomed out, and oh my gosh,
It's huge.
Yeah,
It's
I don't even know
it's
what
not
we're
quite as big as
supposed
like
to
our
do.
television, but it might as well.
Spin the wheel.
So watch this.
Don't lose all your money. It's
And
not loud
don't-
enough.
She spins the wheel.
Did you tap it? This is
Oh,
yeah! Give it to us! Give it to us! Give it to us! You turn it up!
I noticed this last time I went with my mom to the casino. So much happens, like you don't even know what's going on.
Just
Let the animation play and see if you won. I don't know what's happening.
There's 2 wild cards and I guess it's spitting out the rest of them. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like look at we won.
For that whole shebang?
And we won like $7 or something. I don't know.
That was fun, yeah. It was like a roller coaster. I thought we just won again $10,000.
I mean, it's all sizzle, no steak. I was
All
like,
right, let's go see the Beatles. Are you excited for the Beatles?
yes. Oh, it says remove voucher, but I don't see where.
the Beatles are like right over there. Like everybody's standing in line to get into the Beatles. But like we have like ticket numbers, so it's.
Oh, it's over here.
Yeah,
Madame, all your winnings.
it doesn't matter. So yeah, it's right back
All right,
over there.
try
You see
to-
the lines forming over there.
No, we're good. We're good.
Look, this will be gone before we leave, so that it'll be double.
Also, I'm so underdressed for the Beatles. Our hotel room wasn't ready, so we just like came here.
Right as we went to leave, the first hotel room became ready. And then as we were pulling out onto the road, the second hotel room became ready.
Yeah, so we just came straight to Beatlepalooza, and you can smoke cigarettes in here, which is I'm not used to that.
Well, you can. Well, they
So
sure could.
weird.
And some of the stuff you'll hear me explain, and then you'll hear it in the video. I didn't know how to put this together. Like when I just tried to put all the clips together, it didn't like.
It's
tell
very
the best
random,
story.
and the photos tell a different story.
Yeah. So I'm inside the.
What is that?
I am inside the gift shop. That's like the Beatles thing. That's like it goes with the yellow. I think you might be on the Yellow Submarine package or something. I don't know what that is, but that's a Beatles thing.
It's got too many fingers.
I don't know. Yoko probably drew it. So yeah. So we're inside the gift shop.
I think just the pin's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff.
Don't touch it.
Oh my gosh, that's exactly you.
Yeah, until here.
Oh.
Don't touch it. Don't touch
It's
it.
like the cheese finger. All these weird balls on the ceiling. Like we're just in there,
Yeah.
and we got stuff. Is that Iggy Pop? Was he in the Beatles?
Yes.
I like the balls. On
Are
the
they
ceiling.
reflective?
No, they're just like I think they're like the don't steal balls. You know, like how it's just I think they're kind of just reflective. So you're kind of just seeing.
So I'm
down
trying
on
to figure out.
everybody.
Yeah, is it reflecting?
Yeah, yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, I thought that looked pretty cool. Okay, so you can see the feet in the picture on the bottom, and
Wow,
you
you
can
guys are like right there.
we're right there, front row,
Nice.
front row. Like I'm flat with the stage. The stage is up a little bit higher, right? So we're right there in the front. This show is just amazing. I won't brag about it a bunch because I'm sure I'm gonna in this video. They said no camera photography and stuff like that, so I didn't.
Can't get any more front row than this, Jess.
Apparently didn't know what I was doing.
The dudes
I feel like we're too close.
I know. I might even get like a Yoko pick or something.
She's over there.
Up in the rafters, like Phantom of the Opera.
It was nice and cool inside though, so that was nice. But yeah, the guy to the left of me like didn't look like he cared at all to be there. No. So we watched the show. The show was fantastic. You got to see it. So after that, we're like driving in the car to go back to I think the Luxor where we were supposed to have our rooms. So I think I just snapped a picture out the window. I don't know why. It's on my thing. Oh, and then like the brodozer with his douchey truck. I don't know. I think I was trying to send that to Steve. So I don't recall what we did that night. I think that was it. I think that was like the end of the night and we were done and jet lagged and done. So I turned on the AC as soon as I got there, and it was like I made it freezing cold.
Because why not?
Because why not? Right. I don't know why. I made it freezing cold in there, even though I sweat underneath the blankets that give you like no air with every kind of pillow that was there. So, interesting hotel, by the way, the Luxor. Doesn't really have the best reviews. It's a tired hotel, but like you just sleep so you could just get up and go do more Vegasing.
Fair enough.
So it really didn't matter. But some of the
really
stuff
visually appealing from outside, and even inside, like in the lobby and stuff,
Yes.
visually appealing. The room itself, not so much.
No, it's outdated. And you'll see, just like look.
Luxor, fine quality. This says, use the space however you'd like. Yeah, I like it for a game refrigerator. Ooh, subtext. To rent a refrigerator, please push the guest service button on your phone. How much do y'all think it costs to rent a refrigerator? I'm gonna look. Yes, hello. I was inquiring about a refrigerator for our
That
room.
was like 10
what's the
minutes
charge on that?
It's a $25 flat fee.
$25? Okay, thank you so much.
That phone was disgusting, by the way.
Oh, I'm
Remember-
sure.
Remember I sent you a picture
$25.
of how gross
I'll
it was?
just turn this room into a refrigerator. I'll go fill up the sink with ice. It's already cold in here. Well, you can't see my little nipples. But I'm not paying $25 for a basic refrigerator.
It's so weird to me because refrigerators aren't like a microwave where you plug it in and use it.
Right.
They have to come up to temperature.
I know, you got some
or
chilling in the back?
down to temperature. Yeah. Do you have them plugged in anyway? In which case, why not have them plugged in the room?
Right, so the
or
first-
do you have to bring it to me and I have to wait a day for it to get up to temperature?
Yes, that's exactly it. So I'm like, forget it. So like, I'll just go like get drinks and stuff like that. I don't really need anything cold, but like the vending machine out in the lobby right there is like $3 or $4 for like a small water, and like I'm hot and dehydrated and like it's hot out there, and I've been sitting in the sun all day. So I didn't like want to pay their money. So
I have never stayed in a hotel without a refrigerator. Like there's a mini
I know,
fridge in a hotel room,
it's
right?
weird. I think that they should just have a fridge in there, and then the receptacle should be like tampered with. So like when you like unwrap it, then it'll charge you like later.
You used it. Here's $25.
Yeah.
It should be a non-chargeable thing. It's an amenity that comes with a hotel room.
Yeah, but we got them like at such a discount that like
You get the room with no
maybe
fridge.
you get
That's
the
why
room
it's
with no
cheaper.
fridge, right?
So dumb. Never heard
Right.
of such a thing.
So I always made a tripod with me to do my hair because as you can see in the reflections, I need to see the side of my hair to comb from the dark side of the moon. So this time the door just happened to be at the perfect height or the perfect angle that I could just tape the mirror to the door. So
sometimes you gotta improvise. In order to comb my hair, see I can see this side of the head here, and then I can see this side of the head here. I guess in the reflection you can't really see it. I have to tape my mirror to the door so it'll reflect back and I can see what's going on behind the dark side of the hair moon. The price you pay for vanity. Dang, the iron partied a little too hard last night. Hopefully the brave little toaster made it home in one piece.
She got trashed.
So this elevator right here only goes to R4, the 4th floor. That curve that you see is the elevator behind the wall that goes on a 45-degree angle up to the other floors, which we'll take later.
You know how I feel about elevators? Certainly not taking one that's non-standard.
I'll tell you, we got really lucky on that 4th floor going up and down because when it got towards the weekend, the line to get up to any of the 20 floors was pretty long.
Yeah.
Whereas ours was just like joop, joop, joop. Yeah, so that was our...
Jess, they have strip steak here. Everything's taken off their clothes in Vegas.
Apparently.
It is. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that's not the registration
No,
line.
that's the Starbucks.
That's the Starbucks.
We're looking for the Super
Yeah.
Zoo
the
registration.
Starbucks line.
So we make it into Super Zoo. Super Zoo is mostly a convention where you go if you have your own like pet store, and so the reps will sell you like in bulk and stuff, so you have stuff for the year. So they really aren't very stoked to have. We'll call it. I'm not even calling it an influencer because I hate that name. We're content creators. I don't even know what that means, but what we do for a living, they don't like. We're a bunch of scabs. We're just stealing. We're bringing down retail. So we're like kind of frowned upon being there. So the first day I got there, it said retail on it, and everybody was my best friend. And then I had to go have my badge changed because it was misrepresentative of what we were. And when I did, not one person the next day talked to me.
Unimpressed.
Unless they wanted to talk about my hair. Right. It's hard, and I'm not bragging, but I'm gonna. I run circles around the marketers. Like, any of these representatives, I think they're, like, cool guys. Like, my tongue's quicker. So it's like, they'd come and they'd say some stuff, and every now and then I'd just be like, oh my gosh, look at you. Like, tucked in shirt, just like. And as soon as they saw that there was, like, no, like, red, like, retailer on my thing, they just look like right over your head. Like, some of them wouldn't even make eye contact with you. So it's very, like, yeah, it's very bottom line in a dying industry as far as, like, retail. You know, so some of the companies though understood the value of what the type of work we do for a living is, and those are the people we want to work with.
Right.
The people that don't see us as a threat, but see us as that's the new way of delivering content and merchandise or suggestions to buy their product in, like, our videos.
Right.
That was clunky, but
I get what you're
saying. So I learned that we weren't the most welcome there. That banana was $6. That little wrap that's there next to those 2 drinks that aren't mine, that was $20. So I got a $20 wrap that I split with Jess, and then we all...
$6 for one banana?
Oh, the lady at the register, Miss Nisi, was just like, $6. I'm like, So $6 for that piece of fruit right there. $6.
I have no words.
$6 in a place where, like, you spend millions of dollars were being spent there. And y'all could not have.
Bananas are like 6 cents each.
There's $6. A can of soda was $3 for.
I think we pay less than $1 for 5 bananas for the week. I can't even fathom $6.
So
for
that is a $6 banana, and this is the best of the food we got. They did not care for the. Let's go on. There was a dog.
I've been there 8 years. I've been going to the show. It's my favorite.
Just told the story on how she opened scotch. She was instead of.
Just look this way.
Maybe
You
when
look
she
this way
gets
the whole
older,
time until I
retires,
turned on the damn
jumps
camera.
outside.
when she can't mush anymore.
And that
mush,
dog
mush.
mush. Yeah, when she herself can't mush. Anyway, that dog was being cute until I turned on the camera. As you can see, it wasn't as crowded. It'll get a little bit more crowded the next day, but it's not. And all these brands are there showing you what their displays are. They're showing you the mock setups. They're showing you
retail displays.
Retail displays. Nothing really for us. Some of the people knew Jess, but nothing for we couldn't spend a lot of money there. But we were mostly there to meet brands and stuff like that, and I thought that was pretty funny with the Meowawana catnip. Some urban joint relief. I think I got some of that spray stuff from Mooch. The guy was nice enough.
That.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like, this guy was rad. Like, I was talking about how my cat's old and stuff like that, and he gave me that. And that's off of, like, the rack behind you that looks like what you would get if you order the products. Like, if you order so many of this,
shelves.
here's what your retail shelves look like. So some of the people were very, very awesome. These people were very nice. I like that. Okay. So then these dudes here at the... Oh, I don't remember.
Nandog.
Nandog. Yes, that's what it is. Nandogs. They were so much fun. I picked this one here down here on the shelf.
Nobody can see that.
Right here. I picked this one right here. I hope my mouse is on this.
I don't know that it is. Far right, second from the bottom.
Yeah, it should be here. So I picked that one. I was gonna get this teal one on the top left corner here.
I do like that.
I do, but this one
I'm
just felt
surprised
so
you didn't get
soft.
the leopard print crown on the top.
I know, I know, but we were kind of getting away from the leopard print stuff.
Fair enough.
So I got that and a really cool banana for Topo.
There it is. That's the one we got.
Yes, that's the one we got. It was nice. It was cool because a couple of the places where we're selling stuff. Okay, lounge flies are those tiny backpacks. You can kind of see in the middle, like those little Disney backpacks and stuff.
Right.
Lounge flies for pets was there. I thought it was a cool booth, but there is just no substance there. I don't know what was. I think it was just free to hang out at. But it was a cute.
You needed to hang out on some AstroTurf.
Yeah, it was a cute little backdrop for the lounge fly. I don't know any lounge fly stuff. There's Jess and Rachel. Hi. She's also in the dog industry. She does pet food review stuff and other dog stuff as well. She's brave. She goes to she finds out what's good and what's not, and she'll recommend and not recommend to you, the audience, which is a very hard thing to do because everybody's got so many opinions. So I was just always impressed. I'm impressed by her, not caring what other people say to try to bring her truth. And I always thought that was cool. So she was there. She was super nice. And that was all. She was really nice. I don't know. I like her. I like her a lot. I think she's so much braver than I am to be able to do not hot takes, but to be able to like stand by your decisions when it comes to like the stuff for your pets.
Don't you do food reviews?
But like, there's no arguing food. I'm not like you shouldn't eat this. Oh, I guess I am kind of like you shouldn't eat this. But it's like different with it's just different with the pets.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's different with the pets. So she was really nice too. So it was nice to meet her. I think I was showing Blake more stuff here. I was showing him more pictures. That one was $179, I think.
Do you like the way that feels? It's like a wicker polo shirt.
This is just me sending stuff straight.
Is that something that you're interested in?
That would hurt, huh?
You worked in the shirt industry.
I was showing him some remote control car-y things that were like $300.
Oh.
A Wahlburgers.
It's a fancy Wahlburgers.
I know, and I just like we can go in there, and then this was like on the like area in between hotels, so I'm like, oh, one of these times I will, and then I just never did. One of these days I'll get a Wahlburgers. The last time I was at a Wahlburgers, I was in Canada. No, I wasn't in Canada or America. I was in the DMZ zone of this hamster tube that they make you walk for a mile above the airport. So I was still like in the airport, but I was like at the top, and I could look down. It was 360 glass. I don't know if the bottom was glass, but I could look around and see, and there was a Wahlburgers down there, but like I still wasn't allowed in the country yet.
Right.
So and then I never went back. So I didn't go to the Wahlburgers, even though it was right there for the taking. Sarah Carson, Super Collies, I sent that to her because she was on America's Got Talent, and they were doing the thing where like it's the same thing where like after you were on the show, like come to Vegas and like perform. So in our hotel in the Luxor, there was Carrot Top, the Blue Man Group, a Titanic, like museum, and America's Got Talent, maybe last year's winners, like the top 5 or whatever, or however it is. So we didn't go see him, but that was sitting there down in the lobby, and you can start to see the outdated carpet in the Luxor. So that was for Sarah, of me posing like a dog.
Cute,
yes,
Dan. Cute.
I know.
You've got talent.
I think I sent that to you because it said Crystal on it. I think Jess sat down that for that.
Won me 660 nickels.
I was all excited about 660 nickels.
Look, I'm back up over my $100.
Oh my god, every time I turn the dating camera on.
Jess did pretty well.
When's it gonna stop? No one knows.
When it hits 660.
So
But
yeah. Well, look around us. Nobody's
$38. Look, I can buy us dinner.
Oh my gosh, yahoo! You heard it here.
I gotta spin it 2 more times.
Okay.
And there's still a
And then
handle.
walk away.
I would pull it.
Some of the handles are wonky, but
Still, the rule is still 2 times.
like I said, there's people there, but you can see like
Let's
it
go.
was
Nice
chill.
job.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it started getting crowded.
Over here at the betting place, you can bet on minors playing minor league baseball. Bet on anything.
I think the Little League World Series was on. You could bet on that. Okay, so there's the new Raiders Stadium where the Raiders are playing because they packed up from Oakland and moved to Vegas. That and the T-Mobile Arena where the Vegas Golden Knights play. And see how it looks outside. I don't know, but at some point when we were walking through the hotels, like it went out an opening and you were like in front of that. So I don't know where that was at, but like it looked so cool. It looked like a grounded Death Star. It looked like Darth Vader's house. I imagine if Darth Vader had a mansion, it'd look like that.
That'd be it.
Yeah, it was massive looking. It was cool. There's the Luxor. It's got like a ad on it. So then we were like, we need drinks. And Jess needs Doorables because she collects the Doorables. So we went over to Target, which was the most trash Target ever. Oh my gosh.
Worse than the ones in our
I mean, there was no chicken bones on the ground like at our Walmart, but
And action.
Look,
They're in stock.
we could turn around and sell these on eBay.
Oh my god.
Jess can't find these in her town, or she
we could-
purchased them all in her
we could
town.
do the
Right.
thing and we could see which ones. You forgot the scale, Dan.
No, let's just go to the kitchen section.
I forgot.
We'll
I
get
brought
a
a
scale
scale
and we
to
can
weigh
weigh
them. I
them.
forgot the scale because they either have 5, 6, or 7 of them.
What's going on down here? This
Gotcha.
is more up
But
your
Jess is
These are the
able to
scenes.
feel
Oh, they
them,
have
and she
the
just
ones of
knows.
these too.
alley. Oh my gosh, Viva Las Vegas.
They're like the little scenes.
Are you at least getting one?
Yeah.
What about those down there?
Which ones?
The travel bus.
No, I don't like those.
Right.
I like these.
They have mini ones up here too. What's up with that?
Those ones are these, but you only get 2 to 3 in them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So
Never.
And we're like, there's no one to tell us
don't know
no.
what that is.
Right. So
There's no one to tell us no.
those
Oh,
are
what if they have Hot Wheels here?
just dangerous. Of course they do.
I see a bin from here.
they had crummy.
No one to tell us no.
They had peg warmers. Look how Vegas that is.
So Vegas.
So Vegas, and the White Castle one was doing the same thing over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because like this is. All right, so we had a good time. We had such a good time going to the Beatles. So it's okay. So it's the next night, right? So this would be like Wednesday night. So it's Wednesday night, and it's like, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go see the Barbie movie? Which I did want to see the Barbie movie, and so did Jess. But part of me was like, well, like I'm in Vegas, so we were gonna do that. Then Carrot Top's like $40 a ticket or so, probably like 55 by that time. So I was like, we can go see Carrot Top down in the lobby, pretty much, like down there. Carrot Top, and then like I don't think the ladies were like in their birthday suits, but like they were like risque, like
burlesque.
Yeah, but more like Magic Mike style, you know, where it's like a show.
Right.
So it like alternated, like 5 o'clock was this, and 7 o'clock was this, and then 8:30 was this, and like 11 was this. Which when I was up there walking around, I finally found where like you would go into that entrance, and it was time for the girl show, and there was a lot of people going into that show.
Yeah.
Which seemed like boring to me. So we were like, what are we gonna do? Maybe we should go to another show. John Carl had seen the Michael Jackson Circus Soleil, and so he said that was really good. But like the Beatles one, they're like bouncing to the ceiling and they're coming down and flipping around, and there wasn't so much of that. It was more like Gregory Hines tap dancing style. So we're like, no. And then like Piff the Magic Dragon was there. I think he's a comedian.
Right. I think he was on like America's Got Talent or something like that.
Right. So like I don't know what to do, and then we're like, that Beatles was just so fun. And it was so cool sitting in the front row because like you could see people whispering to each other. You could see some of the people had their eyelids painted and weird like eyes, and like they were jumping around.
Which
it was
you could
neat.
only see from
right.
up close.
So we're like, we should see it from further back. So we ended up getting tickets to go and see it again further back. So,
which is hilarious to me. And I think you and I were discussing the tickets up close were cheaper than the tickets further back.
Yes, and it might have had to do with like getting them that night. But yes,
Maybe.
It was a little bit more expensive to sit back there than it was here. So,
but a completely different experience, yeah.
A completely different experience.
The shower water here is so hard that my piece bounces around like a baseball card's spokes.
I like that shower head, though.
No, you don't. It took off the paint on me. Like it dermabrased.
I didn't say
Dan.
the shower pressure.
Oh
I
my
said the
gosh.
shower, like how it scoops up like that.
It was a high pressure hose. They did not have look, that was hard. When you flush the toilet, you better be standing up and like a ways from it because it'll suck you down. It'll suck you down the toilet. The Egyptians knew how they knew how to remove stuff quickly. But yeah, that thing was just like out of control. There was no slowing it down. You're my wonder wall.
Wrong band, Dan.
So there I am outside the mirage.
Terry, we could totally
I sent this clip to Terry because Terry and I send memes back and forth of funky fighting. Like there was the two dudes that were back to back in a phone booth, and it was like ding, and then it was just they were boxing in a phone booth. Yeah. So we always send stuff back and forth.
box it out in here. Look at
All right, so Terry, we're gonna box it out.
This is how heroes are made, Terry. This is where it starts.
Right, and this is right outside the gift shop from the Beatles place. So I'm back at the Beatles place for round 2. So now we're sitting up a little bit higher. It still looks better than this. Like I can see down perfectly. Right. So this was after the show.
You were up higher. Were you still in the front of your section? Like there were
I
no
made
people
sure
in
we
front
were
of
in the
you?
front of the section. Yes. Also, that place is awesome. There's not a bad seat there.
Right.
There's not a bad seat, but you can kind of see on the floor. The floor changed a lot. Like the colors and stuff changed, and that's something I could not tell when you were ground level. There was like a tap dancing number, and I couldn't figure out what the point was. But when you're up higher, like things were like glowing, and he was tap dancing like on the glow. So it was a different experience down there. I prefer the front row.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it just as much. All the little petals raining down. What a great show. The stage transforms into 100 different things. On the ceiling, there's like these train tracks of they come in, and it's got people dangling and lights, and then it comes back and turns, and a whole nother set comes out, and people are swinging down. Fantastic, right? So we saw it twice. The second time, and this is at the end where they're just walking in a circle waving by. It was like we were just so happy. It was so cool. It went by in half the time the second time we saw it. And then there's a video coming up. I'm not good at slideshows. Wow, that's a long one. Oh, look, they're moving some more. Wow, you could have cut like two. I just dragged and dropped everything. So this is just like raw off of my camera phone.
Just click. There we go.
Wow, that was yeah. That was crazy.
We were super happy.
If you guys have a chance to come see this, oh my gosh.
Yeah, do it.
That was fun.
Do it.
That was fun. Wow.
So we hung around for a minute just so I could try to like take a photo. Like there's stuff everywhere. So
They
just
shoot confetti out at you?
they do more than that, and I don't want to spoil it, but
Fair
like,
enough.
oh my gosh, it is like crazy. My hair got smashed at one point. I'll leave it at that from being there.
Interesting.
Yeah, that they do. It's interactive. So then now it's time to like walk the street. We're done. It's time to walk the strip, I guess, a little bit, which was insanely safe. It was very safe on the strip. A lot of families that were there.
Much cleaner looking than like walking down any street out here.
It is totally controlled now. Back in the day, there was lots of flyers, lots of people handing out flyers. None of that. The only thing I did see is people sitting there with ice chests trying to sell water and beer to you. And I'm like,
Probably
I don't know.
pretty lucrative.
I don't know how
Especially
you
if
get a
bananas
beer
are
license.
$6.
Right. But it is clean. My phones don't do justice. Jess's phone took
There's a lot of people here for a Wednesday night.
Yeah,
A lot of people for a Wednesday. Oh my gosh, we're just kind of walking around, seeing what's around, wandering, getting in everybody's photos.
Well, you are.
Yeah, I just been ducking into everybody's photos.
So many people are gonna get home and go, who the heck was that guy?
I know, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
you
a
want to
few
go see
photos.
Donnie and Oscar?
Oh man. Did he ditch his sister Marie? It's just Donnie
It
now.
just says Donnie.
He's got a big. Well, you can't see because there's a bush in his face, but he's got a big billboard over here. A big head. Look at him. But yeah, I've heard 1,000 less sirens here than at home.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, look, sushi.
Oh yes, sushi roku. Everything's just so lit up
Yeah.
from these lights. It's so stimulating.
You don't know where to look.
You don't know where to look, especially when I'm driving.
I think we'll just walk through.
This was her first trip to
So we
Vegas,
can
right?
walk in through these shops to get back, and it keeps
We'll
you
say yeah.
Oh,
She
okay.
went through it on the way to California.
I think so as well.
This is the first without the dogs.
Getting out of the car, walking down the
I know, it's crazy.
I made sure we were
headed
gonna
to the
walk
Bellagio to
down.
see water
have that
move.
experience.
Yeah.
We're gonna see water move.
Well, we could go across the street to the.
But I will
the-
say, so much more safer than
Oh,
like literally right here. Like
I full of shit.
literally
Tyler.
safer than the dude
The
that was
dining room.
laid out in front of
What a lame
the
joke.
food place we had 2 days ago.
You see the lights moving on that one?
Everything's got lights moving on it.
Lights. Look, Dan.
Lights.
Lights.
So sick.
So shiny. All right, we made it further down. Strip clubs everywhere.
That's all I saw. Nothing was on the ground.
excuse me?
You see those pillars? They're everywhere.
Are we even allowed to cross? We're not allowed to cross, but here we are.
I was following you.
Let's hurry.
This is just a minute of just this is what happened. And no editing. It's just, I would have thrown away that clip. Oh yeah, he is. I think he might be like a wax figure. There's Jess taking photos. I try to get pictures of Jess because nobody ever gets. And I said, take my photo like I'm doing something cool. But no one ever gets.
Look, it's
pictures of
Vegas
Jess.
again.
I'm glad I talked over that.
Wherever you are.
Clip I would have thrown away. The locals. Yes, I did get that too.
Oh my gosh, it's like a flat fan.
Scare me.
It's stuck.
So I muted it. Faith Hill's song was playing. It's that pivotal moment. It's
Please
subliminal.
stop singing.
Yeah, right. And then behind us was the dudes that jump and flip around. And the guy was kind of vulgar, and he was yelling and screaming about donating money and stuff while he was doing his flips and stuff back there.
This water show, they've done this for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Always so cool to see.
It is really neat. It is really neat. So I recorded some of it. I put it to music on Jess's video. Like I put it to other music just because it was so loud behind us of the guy in the PA system back
Right.
there. It was kind of like off-putting.
It looks like a Pac-Man game in the background.
Yeah, it kind of does up there, huh?
The
Everything's
good lighting you see is brought to you by Dad and his iPhone light. That's what's lighting up the whole here.
Because Vegas isn't bright enough on its own.
good job.
In her natural form, taking photos
There you go.
of animals. This time, a flamingo. On the strip here, there's pillars everywhere you go. just to keep you safe from all the new people that just got Mustangs and
That's
are driving them off the
that
lot.
didn't used to
Hey
be a
Jess,
Hey, what?
it's the world's biggest paint-a-dream.
I like
That's
that.
the hotel you stayed
That's
in.
the
You
hotel.
can see that as you're driving into Vegas.
Right.
So if you've heard about
It's called
this
Super
thing,
Zoo,
you
but
know the waterway
you never
should
hear
be
any
in
pets talking.
Minnesota.
But there's Super Zoo right there. I mean, just like look at this dude, and look at this dude on the left in the neon
He's not
yellow.
even wearing socks.
No, he looks like
she's got flip flops on.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on. He's ready to do a 5K.
Always just people.
Other products we were looking at, some acquaintances, and like Rachel's and stuff was showing us some of these water bottles for your dog to like drink out of. A lot of pop-up products, a lot of new style, like minimal. No, I don't know how you call it the live, laugh, love style. But there was a lot of that with like a lot of like new food research companies, or not a lot of new product companies that are pastel-y.
Right.
You know, a lot of
Modern.
accessories for the mom jean pant wearers. And I'm trying to be polite, like not mean, but like that I don't know what style that is. You know what I mean?
The target demographic?
Yes, but like not in a bad, like I don't mean anything by it. So we found the Yow catnip booth.
I love that our cats love Yow catnip.
That's
That's their favorite.
it's
They
the
go
best.
nuts for it.
The new product coming up is the sugar skull stuff in the
I'm
hands.
bummed you weren't able to get one of those.
She could not let that go. She did let a sample go,
which the
and
cats instantly snatched up and
instantly snatched.
fight with daily.
And don't even ask me how I got into this position.
You having fun, Dan?
Is this how you get a free sample? Did you have to earn it? Work for it,
I know. Right?
Right.
Jackson
so
Galaxy.
I was having fun. Anybody that at the booths that wanted to have some fun, I would. Otherwise, it was so sterile there.
Right.
So like I was having fun at the catnip booth. And then there's Jackson Galaxy. So I was like, I knew Jackson Galaxy was gonna be there when I was at my mom's house that you saw. I was looking to see it. It's like Jackson Galaxy will be there on Thursday, Wednesday, or something. So I'm like, that's cool. So like there was a little bit of a line to see him, but like the ladies just needed to like, you know how it goes. Like here's my life story. And so I'm like, I can't.
Let me tell you about my poorly behaved cat and get your advice.
Right. So like I
Her
couldn't.
dress is covered in cats.
Right. So obviously she's staying.
I am a crazy cat lady. I'm not that much of a crazy cat lady yet.
And obviously she's staying for a half an hour. So
Absolutely.
I was a little bit in line. I was like the only dude in line, I think. And then I walked over here, and then like I just snapped a photo on his disenchanted face.
He looks unimpressed.
Yeah. So
She's showing a video of her cat's behavior.
I didn't wait. He had some glossies to sign that he was signing there. I don't know if they cost or anything,
Really?
but like I just went and I think I think I told Jess to take this picture. I don't even think I was brave enough to go and stand there and snap because I'm such a beacon. Right? I got my hair up. It's look at me. He clocked me going by.
Right. Everybody
But
does
his-
everywhere.
Yeah, but he makes sure that his progressive glasses don't turn back into clear.
Those are transitions.
Or transitions. Right. So
He was jealous of your hair, I'm sure.
I'm sure he wasn't. I'm sure he could not have cared less about me. So I didn't wait in line to see Jackson Galaxy. I got a whiff of his aura, and I'm just like, I'll just watch you on TV.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I mean nothing wrong, but it just wasn't going to be the moment I wanted. So after the
kind of adorable.
After the convention, there's people walking around inside Vegas. There's people walking around inside the lobby of the convention. We're at the Mandalay Bay, which is connected to the Luxor, a little bridge there. So we were in there. So I thought that dog was cute. While we were waiting in line to see the fish, you know how there's like the.
At Mandalay Bay?
At Mandalay Bay, there's the reef
aquarium?
thing, the aquarium. So yeah, whatever. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Berries taste like snozberries. We're at the aquarium, but it looks more like a people zoo.
Yeah.
It was muggy.
Look at that.
I think that was supposed to have a bunch of mines over it. It didn't. Obviously, the tunnel, which is
I remember
always
when
the
we went in
best.
that when Blake was little.
Yes.
We took him there.
Yes. So it was a little pricey for the 30 minutes we were in there for. It's probably like $35 a person. It was pretty.
Aquariums are always the best.
Yeah. I don't know how else we're going to go on for. We're going to go ahead and watch them.
I like the white underbellies. They look like those shark gummy worms.
Have you had the shark gummy worms where it's like the bottoms of them are white?
The answer to that was no. It was nice. Weird, no service. It was just like in the lobby area. They're neat. They're very dimensional.
I like your hair.
I really let this clip go.
Yeah, you did.
It's the skipper. It's the skipper. I don't know. I took that picture for some sort of Oppenheimer fish joke, and I didn't like. I knew not to.
But here we are.
I don't know. I think maybe this clip was even for John Carl.
The jacket's cool, but it's like $200. $200? Did we say? 278? No, 178. 178 bucks. Only 178.
Only.
I just haven't found any t-shirts here.
The
Oh,
quality
hey.
isn't even that good.
Ugh.
I sent that to you.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah, and when I would walk by the main hallway to get to the elevator, that was always right there, that couch.
It gives very like Haunted Mansion kind of vibes.
I love it. That whole like motif there was
amazing.
good. Yeah, it was good. So I liked that. I sent that picture, I think, to you. Jess was at the high limit machines.
All right, so a bet was made a while back. I will go ahead and take this.
Okay.
We raced Hot Wheels, and Dan won $200 from Jess that she didn't even know she lost. 100's been stuck in this machine. There's another 100.
Here we go.
Right on in.
Should we let them know that it's a high limit machine?
It is a high limit machine, but we're going for all or nothing here.
I guess so.
All or nothing.
That was a
All right, all or nothing right here.
How much per bet? I see $10.
Nothing.
Needless to say, that didn't last very long.
No, I imagine not.
No.
It's much more fun to win on the penny and nickel machines.
There was
Quarter maybe.
There was a Titanic museum there. This wasn't it, and this was supposed to have buy a Titanic whistle, like from TikTok, where it's like somebody poorly playing the Titanic Celine Dion song, like
Okay.
right. So that's a theme. So I made this wipe so I could add that music to it. Listen. Cover band in the lobby. So I was supposed to put music to that for like a short or something like that. So that'll show up later on something. The Bica de Bupos, I was...
You've never once in your life said this restaurant name correctly.
I don't know where I was at either. I was obviously in a hotel thing, but you like that place, or you go there, or you know that place, or is somebody in your family like...
We went there once with Blake's middle school class. Was it the day we went ice skating?
Right.
And ever since then, you like have convinced yourself that I love it.
Because like your family went there, right? Doesn't your family goes there?
It's just an Italian restaurant.
I don't know. I saw it. I took a picture of it for
not
you.
even that
I don't
great.
even know why.
It's better than Olive Garden, I guess. I don't know. I've been once.
I
The fun dungeon.
right. So I wanted to go back and like I don't know, like bend over in front of him and be like hee hee hee, and I just didn't go happen. But the fun dungeon's this way.
What was the fun dungeon?
Okay, so we're in medieval. We're at Excalibur at this point.
Right.
We're in the Excalibur. The fun dungeon was the arcade that was down below for the kids.
Gotcha. So leave your kids in the fun dungeon.
Right, right. And it was really neat in there. You know, those horse race machine. That machine
like,
looked awesome.
fair
Oh yeah.
style games?
Yeah. There is me. Just I don't know. Like Jess, could you take a picture of me?
Do not feed the Dan.
Don't feed the Dan. So there you go. So there's me.
It's really a shame in this big, huge arcade that they hide the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 arcade cabinet in here. All because it doesn't spit out tickets.
Yeah, everything's ticket.
Oh, what a beauty.
Did you play Air
I love the look that
No,
Wonka
but some
gives
air
you.
monkey look.
You're not gonna cuss word win. Not a chance. Not a chance. No smile or nothing. There's no
How
chance.
close it is.
Even this guy's all like, wait a minute, man. You know that it ain't coming out. It's just, yeah. Yeah, look how smug he is. I told you so. Oh, yeah, Halo. I was taking a photo late, but... Whoa, it's Elon Musk!
And then there's Plankton. We'll stop here for a second. That one I just sent. I had it to send to Blake just because there's a Halo arcade machine. This one's a little soccer game with Plankton. Thought that was
the tiniest goalie ever.
yeah. I thought that was fun. We were just in the arcade. We're just walking around.
I'm just taking it all in.
So we get to this gelato place, and oh man, I've told the story. I think maybe to you. I don't know who I told the story to you. So here's a different one of the gelato places. I just come up the escalator, and
still not having gotten the gelato you wanted from like the night before, correct?
No, right. So I'm like, I'm gonna get some gelato here, and I'm looking at these piles of gelato, and there's a family there. There's a mom, there's a kid in a stroller, then there's the kid that's standing, and then there's the dad that's at wit's end at the end, right? With his University of Oregon shirt on, so you know he's like they're paying for a trip to Vegas.
Right.
You know, I drove to Vegas, like it's like, so. I'm standing there, and I see people leaving the line, and then I make conversation with the lady. She's like, "We've been standing here for 30 minutes."
Who has that kind of patience?
She's like, the employee like walked off, and the bellhop is looking around for the employee, and the bellhop's like, I don't know, and the bellhop's looking around for the employee.
This is not the same one you were at before, correct?
They're
so,
everywhere. No, the first one I was at a different hotel. This one was in the. I want to say it wasn't in. It might have been a. I don't think it was New York, because I didn't go there yet. So it was the one I had to, it's like the MGM. I had to like walk through one to get to the New York one, so I don't recall which one
How
it
long
is.
did you wait once you found out they'd already been waiting half an hour?
Long enough to get all the stories and then
Right.
laugh. Okay, so then I was like, what? And she's like, my husband's at wit's end. And I look over at him. He's like 6'2" and his all his green stuff. I'm like, dude, you look so dusted. And then she's like, we're trying to wait and we're finding it. And I'm like, you know, like there's literally a Dairy Queen, like there's a railing that goes down. There's literally a Dairy Queen underneath us, and like there was a Haagen-Dazs, like
Haagen-Dazs?
Yeah, there was a Haagen-Dazs stand like between wherever I was just at and here. But they were just looking for the employee, and they were at wit's end. I'm like, it's not even gonna taste as good now. I was like, there's one like
Right, your frustration level has outweighed
Right.
however good this is gonna be.
so it's like hotel, bridge to the next hotel, bridge to the next hotel. I'm like 2 hotels away. There's like another one. So they were just waiting. I don't know. They were waiting. They could still be waiting
I
to
do
this day.
not have that kind of patience, not even for ice
right?
cream.
30 minutes.
Ridiculous.
That's ridiculous, right? So we take a walk. Maybe not. Did not. Wow, the longest photo ever. I should
Right?
just let it play. I'm sorry. I don't know how long this is going to go for.
I think in the wintertime they should put hats on top.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
I think. Okay. Sorry, it like locked up a little bit. Okay, so that was the end of that. So we were over at New York, which was by far my favorite hotel. They really terraformed that thing. There's the outside of the Excalibur.
I think in the wintertime they should put hats on top of, I guess, the hats?
I don't know. So we made it to the Hershey's Chocolate World.
She looks unimpressed.
It's, I just flat take the picture. It's not like she just happened to look
Just
that way.
wasn't
Sorry,
ready.
Jess. Sorry. So this is Hershey's Chocolate World. Apparently, there's only a few of these in the world. Obviously,
And you did not even bring me home any chocolate from there.
you could not take the chocolate from there across the bridge to the other hotel. You could not. At midnight, it was 90 out still.
Fair
You
enough.
just could not.
Still disappointed.
Could not. You can't do anything about it.
Ew, is that made out of licorice?
It is made out of licorice.
Oh my gosh, it smells like Hershey's chocolate in here. They have Hershey smell piping through this whole place.
The Hershey smell smells like the pencils that would
Wow.
or like the scratch and sniff
The
stickers.
inside
That, like,
of a
artificial chocolate
Reese's.
smell.
So playful.
What's out there? It's all chocolatey color. They put like the film on here so everything out there looks like Reese's.
It looks cool.
It does. All right, let's go this way. If you really, really love your diabetes, you're gonna want to get something out of this store. Look at that. Even your neck
How
pillow,
much do you have?
from when you're just like, oh, it's so good.
I know, right?
The neck pillow.
Oh, that's cute. Let's see the bottom. How much cute is it? It's
$11.
not bad. If they had a Reese's one, maybe.
Oh, okay, here you go.
What?
I did not. I did not.
it.
You could erase it
It
down
was
the
on that
track.
scale.
Ford Mustang Reese's. Cast metal with plastic parts.
With plastic
Yes,
parts.
with rib meat.
Look at that.
Wow.
Glad you caught that.
You just pull a lever. I don't think that's gonna
That's
on my
the
chocolate
shoulder
roll.
bag. Can you just put your mouth under it?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's still
This
not
store's-
that many people there.
This store is rad.
Is that
They have some
Hershey's
Legno.
and Reese's Lego?
Yeah.
Yes.
Connecting bricks.
Yes, connecting bricks. I like this. This is cool. No!
Yes! We live again!
It's
We
cool
live
score.
again. Oh, I don't like that beeping.
No? Just push the button. We're on 2. You need to go to 1.
What did I push to?
Yeah. Don't worry if we fall. We only fall that far.
Yeah, I'll follow the kisses down there.
Okay, I'll catch it.
I'll follow the kisses, yes. Eat me! Please, somebody just eat me! Man, they'll smash pillow anything. Did you find them?
Yeah, right here. Cookies and mint.
Ooh, nice.
I might have to get that.
That looks very minty.
It'll melt before we get back to the hotel.
Yes, I know. I saw a gelato place.
Eat it now.
Go for it. Grab it. No! It looks like they got some fresh stuff going on over here. Oh, they have fudge. No, wait, that's not fudge. Is it? What is this? Is this fudge or the brownies? Some Reese's stuff. I know, they have the cookies here. Oh my gosh, I see some sort of pink things on the other side of the glass. We have to go. We have to go. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
It always looks like I'm like shoved up against people. There's plenty of space between me and everybody at the
Oh, Reese's cannoli. Nice.
They had regular cannolis off to the side there, but they're $10 cannolis. I don't know if that's expensive.
But see, this is where I get mad when I come home and I'm like, it smells like delicious Reese's, and
I
then
get
it don't.
mad when I have snacks.
Yeah.
It smells like the peanut butter only.
No.
But that was weird. I bet it smells better if it burns. Oh, you know what? I do.
Jolly Rancher wax melts.
Let me guess which one it is. That smells like Jolly Rancher and wax. You can get them into like the candle
Look at all the
melts.
flavors there, even York pepper.
I'll just be mad. I'm like, why does it smell like chocolate
Right.
and I don't have chocolate?
Yeah, you like that?
does.
So I brought you some more? Good to know.
Yeah, does that one work? Is that one correct? I saw your face. It's all on my nose now. I need to like sniff some ginger to clear out the smell or something. I don't know. Whew. Man,
It smells like
only smell 3, you'll get a headache. Whew. Look at you. Finally something your height, Jeff. Unamused. Unamused. When I was a kid, I would bring one of these on teacher day. I would bring one of these to my teacher. I don't know if they were quite that big.
Right.
They were a little smaller, but I used to bring them to school. And the magnets, just in case you like have to show everybody that you're so stoked
That guy was
for the chocolate.
He
It
was?
is made out of chocolate. All right, goodbye from the Hershey's
Oh wow.
capital.
Right?
They just have like an
Las
air
Vegas.
vent.
I was gonna say.
Oh man, that one
it's
trailed off real quick.
Right.
All right,
No.
out we go.
So that was the end of the Hershey's place.
This right here is one of my favorite visuals in Vegas because this is indoors.
This is indoors. It was so cool. There was steam coming out from underneath the, like where the turtles live.
Yes,
What are
the
those called? The
sewers.
sewers. Ha, we're back. We took a little bit of a break. We've been going at this for a while.
My butt was a little numb.
I know, mine too. All right. So here we are at New York, New York, New York. I don't know if there's 3 New Yorks here.
Just
Yes. And by far my favorite place. It felt like I was just transported somewhere else.
It's
We'll get back
really
to that.
cool. You walk down a street inside.
Yeah.
And all the buildings are little shops.
The
It's
ground's
really
all
neat.
terraformed.
Yeah. It looks like you're outside, but you're inside.
Hot Wheels video game inside there.
course.
I didn't play it because this kid was playing it enough for both of us. She was tearing it up there, just like smacking buttons.
It's like a racing game.
Yeah, I think it's like a Mario Kart-ish style racing game a little bit. It looked like it was on rails. Super fun looking though. I did not play it though.
What?
The ground's just shaking, huh?
Yeah.
It's cool though. Look at this.
It's right outside the
Yeah, it's
New York, New York.
Ah, that's the
It is pretty shaky, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty shaky.
Just because you're up on it.
Yeah,
and it's hot.
It is very hot.
it is hot. It is
It's
really
fun.
hot. We're just outside looking, and then like I
everybody's
did a
having a
lot.
good-
I went and took pictures of those people.
Like went over to them and took a picture of them together.
Yeah,
That's nice
I
of
did
you.
that. I did that a lot. And you know how many people handed me their cameras just without
problem.
just no
You've got
problems
a
at all.
friend
I did that, and then we walked for a while, and
What
The
flavor did you get?
gelato. It's raspberry truffle.
Yum.
yes.
What was your opinion? What's your review, Dan? How
my-
many hawks?
My reviews is it was probably 3.5 out of 5 hawks. 5 hawks though because it's ice cream, duh.
Right.
3.5 because it was kind of hard. It wasn't as soft as the place out here.
Oh, for once, something out here topped something elsewhere.
Right. So I once I could steer by the rude lady with her pushing her kids in the stroller, to get to my turn. I got it and I ate it and it was sticky and I was happy. You could probably see more of it in Jess's video.
Yeah.
Also, I think there was more of us walking down the New York street in Jess's video. I don't think I own that footage.
Right.
So inside the hotel here, and you'll see it in a minute once we go higher, we're back inside the Luxor, and then we're up on a little stage that's a higher area, and there's a food court up there and stuff I didn't even know about. So there's a food court and stuff up there, and we were walking around this. There was a Titanic exhibit that we wanted to go look at, but I think it was $35 a ticket, so that didn't happen. But we were just in the Luxor, and you can see back behind here, you can see all the levels with the lights and those things. That's doors to hotel rooms. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're only 4 floors up. So this place is huge, and you'll see how huge.
I've never been inside of it.
You'll see how huge it is in just a few minutes here. So there's just me just snapping photos. We're just kind of walking around at this point.
It's non-descriptive chicken eating place. It's original chicken tender. Oh my gosh.
Never heard of it.
Fresh tossed salads. Oh my gosh, I love Vegas. We've gotten to the point of the night where all we're trying to do is just see how high up we can go on the Luxor. How high will our key take us?
Yeah, we'll find out.
I hope it's all the way up to the
That's all we're doing. We're just gonna ride the elevator to the top.
Okay, so we made it to level 20 by somebody else's key card.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did. So I couldn't get any higher than nothing.
You can't just push the button. You have to scan your key card.
You have to scan your key card. But everybody's in there and oh hey, fun guy, scan the key card. Let's go. Let's see how high we can go. So we made it.
Wow, this is still inside the
There's a whole pyramid inside
Luxor.
the pyramid.
We were actually just
That's the
down
blue man
there,
groups in there.
standing on the ground just a few minutes
That's
ago.
where I was just at.
And now we're all the way up
And
here.
go to the
Oh my
left, Dan.
gosh.
Go to the left. Come on, go to the left, Dan.
This
Go
is
to the
kind of wild, huh?
You can't see, but it's higher up here than the lobby area down there where all the casino in was. So it you can't even see it down there. It's up higher, and then that's
lit up
still how
blue
much
for the
room.
blue man
Right,
group
under the
stages
rooms,
right down
there's still
there.
more lobby.
There's still more lobby down.
This is
down.
neat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is neat. We're I feel like Home Alone 2 Lost in New York when Kevin McAllister wasn't supposed to be in the hotel in this level, and here we are. I wonder if we can see something from the other side too.
Yeah. As you walk, you can see over the edge, just like we can.
The carpet's neat. It's a little stained and
All
dirty.
you need is 10
What's that?
palm strings.
It's a little stained and dirty.
It's
but
a
it's neat
little
pattern.
dated, don't you think?
I like it.
Whoa. Off the edge. Don't drop this on
high for me.
anybody. Wow.
No protection at all.
I know, huh?
Yeah, you were telling me it's not that high of a ledge there.
No, maybe
Ooh.
to my hip. Maybe
I like this view.
You would
It's still
think
high enough to
how they
protect like a
barricade
toddler.
literally
You could be
everything
dumped
off.
over, and the tops of them are pointed, so you could just be
even
dumped
me
over.
walking right here, I feel a little under the seat. Yeah, a little bit wheezy.
Vertigo-y.
Come on, turn
And
left,
it's
turn left,
easy
turn left,
just
turn
to
left. You
make
see
the
that?
news. I don't know what else to call it.
There. Look at the door. Look at the door to where our hotel room would be, and look at death. Literally right there. You're
Right.
leaning. You're hanging out with your friends. You've had too much to drink.
I mean, if Jess is 5 feet, that's like a 4-foot tall wall. You gotta put a little effort into it.
I helped this drunk dude to his room once because he couldn't figure out where he was. Because my elevator went to the 4th floor. That elevator goes to the 20th floor. But there's different elevators that take you to different parts, so you get lost easily. And that dude could have fallen over the edge.
Right.
And we just did look it up. There has been a handful of people that have flipped over the edge. But look at that. There's just no nothings.
Boom, that's a pretty crazy
I
shot.
like that.
How huge this place is.
I don't think I like
It's
that.
ginormous.
Even the Titanic exhibit poster is so huge.
Remember how tiny that big it was?
Huge, Dan. Word is huge.
The Titanic sign's so big for the Titanic exhibit. Oh my gosh. I feel like if there was a propeller down there, it'd feel just like the movie. You'll fall from wherever you are.
Oh
Stay
my
back
gosh.
behind
I
the
tried to,
rail at the Luxor.
Yes.
Okay, so the thing that's been on my mind the whole trip inside Vegas is what is this on
What
this
is
photo?
it?
What is it?
You showed it to me, and I
still
instantly
think
knew
they stole
what
this
it
out of a
was.
Chili's.
It's a close-up of
I
a
still
flower.
think they stole it from Chili's. Okay, so we leave the strip. It's time to take Jess to the airport. So at this point, I'm hearing about this storm that's coming. At this point, bad weather's coming. At this point, it's Friday. Yes, at this point, it's Friday morning. I was going to go to my mom's house and stay there probably Friday night, maybe even Saturday night, because you were going to a concert.
Right.
So we get up in the morning. I don't have late checkout, but Jess does. So I clear out my room. They come busting into Jess's room, and it's like, you got to get out. She's like, I got late checkup. They're like, And then, like, as fast can be, bling, oh, there's a charge on our phone. Or
Like,
there's a charge. Immediately there's a
charge. It hits
charge.
11 o'clock, and that's it.
Boom. So that was kind of rude. So we gather all our stuff, and the airport is right up the street. Jess looks at her flight. It's been delayed for a few hours already. Uh-oh.
Hours.
I can see the weather's changed. I can see, because you can see forever out there. It's, kind of flattish. You can see the weather coming in.
Right.
I can see looking home. I have to go through Oz. So we went over to my mom's house, which Jess was originally going to stay till Saturday, but she had to take Memphis to the doctor, to the vet. So she was going home Friday. So we were going to hang out Saturday at my mom's house. We were going to like barbecue and stuff. And so then Jess did get to go hang out with my mom. So Jess and my mom are hanging out there. My mom and her Tiffany lamp in the corner.
Always.
So yeah, so there's my mom and Jess hanging
And she's
out.
met your mom before once, like,
Yes.
what we decided, like 8 years ago
Yeah,
or something?
when she came to Vid Summit the second time, we went to my mom's house, and like I think we had a barbecue there but she was staying at my sister's house in Anaheim. So yes, they have met once before a long time ago. And my mom says she watches all the stuff and orders all the plushies and stuff. So I
Right.
think that's cute.
Your mom's very familiar with Jess.
Right. The storm was coming, so I was outside helping my sister put like the tarp up on like the skeleton frame, like the new like blocker tarp, because the storm was coming. It was starting to get windy and blow up. So they sat there and talked about I don't know what for like an hour. I don't know what they talked about. So they hung out and talked for a while, and then it was time to take Jess to the airport, and we decided that I was not going to stay, that I was going to go home.
I love that cat.
Only Siamese cat I've ever met.
He's
So
super
cool.
snuggly.
So you can see I'm beat up pretty well. So we're sitting at my mom's house. Jess has got to go to the airport. I guess I'm just going to go home and try to beat the storm.
It's a 4-hour drive.
I sunk my mom's car in 1997. This weekend in 1997. I only remember because like I remember watching Princess Di on TV that day. So
not only is it a 4-hour drive, but weather and the storm especially moves from here to there. So you're driving theoretically into the storm.
Of the crummy weather you guys had a few days before. It says 3 hours and 30 minutes now because they opened up that path on the 58 by the Air Force Base. So
Right, okay.
But it's still 4 hours. You get gas.
Yeah, you gotta stop.
You go to the
It's a
bathroom,
4-hour
stretch your
drive.
legs. It's 4 hours. So I sunk my mom's car. Real quick, tell a fast story. Me, my mom, and family and friends, we were in Havasu at a family house, like next to Havasu. We call it Havasu. I don't know if it's Havasu or not. There's a family house like on the beach, not beach, like on the river.
Yeah,
the river. Where you float down the river.
The Colorado
Yeah,
River.
that might be like a double wide. And we were having a good time, and then we left and came back, and then the monsoon came, and it, those big fat pellets, bam, 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 and it flooded the road that was turning. So I didn't go up on the high sign and follow my brother in his car. I just kind of went around the road, and it sunk me. And so I sunk the whole front of the car. And then I tried to start the car, so it's just sucking water. A cop comes behind me and tries to push me out and just crumbles the back of the car. It was my mom's Ford Taurus wagon in like champagne color, or like more maroonish.
Right.
And so the tow truck comes, the tow truck breaks down. They send another tow truck to fix the tow truck. Then the tow truck tows us to town. Cars are flipped over everywhere. We only had pickles and cereal to eat. It was ours. We had the car was flooded on the inside. I mean, it was flooded like there was. I mean, the water was going over the hump to the next seat. Like on the ground.
Oh.
Right. It was flooded. So we had pillows up against the windows because we thought the rain was so hard it was gonna bust our windows.
That's
so
scary.
So we get to town. We undo the oil thing. All the water comes out.
Oh.
We're all sunburned. We hop in the back of like my brother and sister's Mazda van, and there's like 6-7 of us in there, and we're sunburned and we're crammed in. It's that Sunday night. We're tired. It's like late at night, and we all have to work tomorrow morning. So clearly I have like a little bit of like maybe I should get home.
Yeah, right. Little
Right.
PTSD.
Right. So let's continue on here. I'm playing with the cats for a minute. And
Bye, Mom!
She's so cute. She always stands there and waves us
I
off
love
when
my
we leave.
mom. Which today they got rain at their house as well. She said some of the water like kind of came in a little bit. So there you go. So there's my 3 ways home. This triangle that you see over here is Edwards Air Force Base. So before we used to have to go all the way like around, and now they opened this back up, so you could go through this thing. How's Blake doing in his cheesy thing?
I had told him to make sure he uses Ponco breadcrumbs, and he wants to know why Ponco and not regular.
Oh, okay. So I already told you the story, so I'll tell everybody. So I dropped Jess back off at the airport because her flight gets delayed for like 2 hours or whatever. You can see how long it takes me to get home. 3 hours and 42 minutes. It took me like 4 hours, maybe 10 minutes or something to get home. I made it home before Jess left the tarmac.
You did.
She sat at the airport, then she sat on the tarmac. They couldn't let the planes go. It was really bad weather. And you can see when I look at this, I'm like, oh my gosh, like everywhere I go, it's going to be bad weather. The weather is coming up through there. You can see the LES from Los Angeles, and then my house is there. It's still LA County, like right there. So, okay, so off I go. So that was me just taking a screenshot, I don't know, probably for Crystal or something. I'm like, oh my gosh, here I go. So I'm driving, and it's like, it's windy and gross, and here comes that. I'm dead. It's
coming right for
It's
you.
coming right for me. Fortunately, it was actually going the opposite way. So hanging out with Jess at my mom's house really bought me a little bit of time to let this surge pass through. And Jess was still sitting on the tarmac, which you guys know. You guys should watch her video.
My donuts.
You guys should know that she ended up flying in at like midnight, and then another plane till 3 in the morning, where she spent the night at a hotel until 10 in the morning and drove 2.5 hours home. What a
hardcore.
trooper. Hardcore. So it was so crummy out and windy, I still pulled off, and I got the pink box
That's
donuts.
how I know you love me.
Yes, I got the pink box donuts.
We got ube and strawberry lemonade. You had peanut butter and jelly. I didn't try that because I don't
No,
like
and
peanut butter
I
in
didn't mean to
snacks.
point at that one, but I was like, boom, 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 let's go, let me pay. I'm getting on the road because it was gross, windy, and here comes a hurricane. So there's me just turning left by the Air Force Base. I used to work at the base, so it was nice to be able to go around this area and see the back of NASA and see where I was working. Look how flat it is.
Too bad you can't see better, but out ahead of me here is the big dry lake bed for Edwards Air Force Base, and tiny little fighter jets are flying in circles in the...
It's the cutest thing. They were just flying up in the air. You could just see them, and they were taking little like turns, and they were going. You can see them banking and stuff, and they were just flying out there. You can't pick it up because it's still far out there in the lake bed, but it is cool. A fun fact over there, can you see where it's flat out there? There is no vegetation on that Air Force Base at all. No weeds growing through, no nothing. It's cracked and dry out there. Whatever they sprayed out there years ago, which when I was working at NASA, there was a big dust storm that only comes up once every 70 years or 30 years. And it came rolling in like that photo that you've seen, where it's a big roll and the town looks small.
I think they're called, it's Dantic's question. I think it's a haboob.
So they were big boobs. Oh my gosh, right? So Haboob Dolly came in, and it blackened everything out. Keep in mind, this is like 6 months after 9/11. So people are running in the side crying because they think something happened at our base.
Like it's nuclear.
It was nuclear. It was black outside. You couldn't see anything. Our cars were filthy. It sucked into all the vents. Oh my gosh, we spent so much time disassembling HP printers, like industrial size ones, and vacuuming them out afterwards. Yeah, it was madness there, right? So it like covers the whole base. After that, we had a debriefing. See what I can say.
What's your NDA say?
We have a debriefing, and in the debriefing, it showed a photo of the Elephant Man in black and white from like the 50s on the side, and he was out in the flight line when that came last time, and whatever's down there, the radiation, the whatever stuff's there, did that to his face. So they were warning us about the effects of that dust thing.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, yeah. I think I probably said that before.
I don't know that I've heard
it
that
was
story.
scary. I just remember
I've heard the dust storm story. I don't think I've heard that
I remember
part.
the people coming and crying. I remember the dudes coming back from the flight line, and they were covered in soot, like it had ashed on all of us. It was
crazy.
frightening. It was completely black. We didn't know what was going on. Everybody thought the place, NASA's on fire. It's on fire. It's on fire. And we were like locked down.
It's scary.
It was scary. So, like, nothing, there's no vegetation there at all. At all.
I mean, not that we have a lot in this town anyway,
No,
but to see none is weird.
But look at the side. You can see, like, all the
Right.
stuff on the
There's
side.
tumbleweeds and
Nothing.
Joshua trees.
Nothing. It is
There.
nothing.
It looks so neat, but there's no way.
And then
you
I'm
guys
driving
can
this
pick it
road
up.
for 20 minutes, you know. So there's my badge, assistant to the CEO, just like, I just don't know what to call you. I'm like, I don't care. I know what I do.
Sir, that says assistant.
Somebody else pointed that out. I didn't even catch that. It's
Does
all
not
right.
say assistant.
I made their ears and I made their heads spin just from them trying to even take off the red bar. Where's a digital content creator / influencer? It was a red bar that said retail. And for them to take that off and like be able to reprint it out, it took like 4 or 5 people to do it. I mean, thank you for getting it done, but like, yeah. So I wasn't gonna like, I didn't mind that it didn't say assistant, right?
That
Yeah.
would have been too much for him.
Yes. So there's my little Super Zoo thing. Yay! They scan your little badge and then off you go. I got home. Mooch
Back
was
home to Mooch.
Mooch was happy to see me.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I think I was trying to take cute. Okay.
Well, what the heck? You go away for a few days, a hurricane comes, and somebody did something to my taco truck.
That's not our taco truck.
That's not our taco truck. They ended up leaving. I think they had a flat tire. So
Caused by the original taco truck.
so there you go. The wind pattern, it doesn't match the wind pattern we're used to seeing.
Right.
So
Well,
this is the start.
We live in a valley, so it's
Right.
always windy, but it's always a consistent wind. It was wind.
I think this is Friday night. So I think this is after I got home from. I got home at 5:15 or 6:15. Whatever.
I went to the grocery store
6:15.
6:15. Yeah.
So this was still Friday night. So we weren't supposed to have a good storm until Saturday or Sunday.
Sunday.
I need answers.
Well, I can tell that. And look at the mountains.
Our first sign of rain. The drops are so fat.
You see what this
They are
all
bigger
is.
than any coin that's at the coin star. I don't know what to say. Yes.
We have metal awnings, so it's very loud when it rains big rains.
Oh my gosh. There's a. Oh, we can't be out of it. There's a diorama picture. Don't worry about that. This was just a few hours later. You can see down over here, things are starting to puddle.
Was this still Friday or was this Sunday? Because I went to the concert on Saturday and I drove east before I drove south and then more east. And I drove through maybe 5 minutes of big raindrops, but not a lot of them.
I can't believe you went down to LA. Where it said ELES on that one picture, if you back up, that's where Crystal was going for the concert.
We went to Pomona, so it was over.
It's over the
more
mountain.
That way.
It's still over the mountain
Yeah.
into the valley where Hollywood is, Pomona,
The
LA.
only weather we hit.
How did you
was
not hit
that
the weather?
5 minutes or so of rain, and then it looked kind of crappy out. But there was
I was
we
worried.
didn't hit any weather.
I was
it
worried
was
that you
really
were gonna
nice
get
in
flooded.
Pomona.
Right. No, this was. I'm sure this was probably Sunday. We're probably to Sunday. We're probably to the big storm.
Sunday was the big rain.
This is what it looked like the whole time. It just didn't ever stop.
No.
It didn't let up for a minute or at all. It just was consistently raining and
And
raining. I've
these
never
days,
seen.
when we get storms, you get maybe 5 minutes of
Right.
this kind of rain.
Yeah.
And then it maybe sprinkles.
All
we don't get a
day.
whole lot of rain.
And
it
I-
was steady like this.
Shout out to the gutter system out on the street over here. It handled the water well, at least on this street, not the
Yes,
street above.
This street used to flood so bad
So
that
bad.
you could only drive down the middle of it. So, if two cars were going opposite directions, you had to put like half your car in a giant puddle, and it was really hard to drive up and down this street. Maybe a decade or more ago, they replaced all the
replaced it.
drainage and stuff all around here, so it's a lot better here. A lot of our town did flood. The streets
a
did
lot
flood.
of it. This way up towards the Walmart and stuff, they flooded. Your puddle that you were talking about, when I was 11, we'd ride our bikes down and we would play in the puddle. I remember swimming in it. It was deep. It was like feet deep.
It used to come up like above the sidewalk easily,
Yes,
no problem.
it
But it was
flooded
about
the dairy.
half a mile up that it flooded.
It flooded
real
that dairy,
badly.
and that's where we would go. We'd play it in our bikes. So this had to have been Sunday, but I'll let you listen to it. This is just the consistency, and there's nowhere for this water to go. It destroyed our streets. Okay, there's a photo. We got our roof
Yeah,
replaced.
remember
It
last
leaked.
summer we got a brand new roof?
It leaked and got bigger. So I think I
It-
took photos.
We had leakage previously that caused us to get the new roof. Like we knew
Right.
it was not a good seal up there.
Yes.
This is in Blake's room. We never had leakage in Blake's room, so that's
Yeah,
new.
we're not stoked about that at all. So I think I took pictures of that. I think I took this picture because of forecast stuff of like, it was showing.
We only got rain on Sunday.
We only got
consistently, and
rain
then
on
that was the
Sunday.
end of that.
Yeah, but it didn't not rain Sunday. So we're sitting there, it's pouring rain, it's muggy. The cats or just I don't know, just catting
This
around.
was on the RFS Cat's Instagram.
This is what happens before dinner every night.
Every night.
Winter. So you can see here, there's our town here, and it was coming up through here. You went to the concert. You went to the concert down over here.
That area, I think.
Yeah, and then you came back that way. So this is just I don't know. I just taking pictures of what happened that day.
This was the day after I went down there, though. So.
Okay, yeah, right. This is the Sunday. It was rain. Crystal is already back home.
Hi. Look at you. What do you think
The
of all
brave
the
little
storm
cat,
and
Roxy.
Happy Tail?
So brave.
What do you think?
It's raining. You can just hear it.
Has it? It's so crazy out there. So wet. Just hasn't stopped.
I had to go out on the porch, and where the awning meets the house, there is not a piece of flashing.
Oh yes, we'll say like close, like right here, close.
Yeah. So I have a couple little like tables up against the house, and there was so much water coming through that my plants were getting flooded. So I had to go out there and rotate plants around.
Yes.
So I wanted them to get water.
Yes.
One plant to the left of where this video is on the corner, I think got too much water and it died. And I've had it for so many years, and I'm so sad that it died. It's been there for a lot of years.
Also, this lamp here shines perfectly into our house. I hate it so
The
much.
It
nice
doesn't look
sun.
bad from here, but it is. And it's still coming. Knock, knock. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Over here.
That's Roxy.
Kamiko and I report
Tell the
some
difference
storms.
still.
Yeah, brave Kamiko too wanted to go outside with me. So I opened the door. I'm like, fine. And she runs down and she's like, uh-oh. And then her and I were out here for a little bit. So this was Sunday.
Central. Hurricanes, earthquakes, and loss of power, oh my. I thought this hurricane
yes.
thing was supposed to be a lot of fun. We're over 12 hours now without power. It was novel for a minute, but now I'm ready for the power to come on. Well, actually, the refrigerator and the freezer are probably ready for the power to come back on. I don't know what I'm going to do today. There's no ETA. We all know why it's out. The employees of the house say, feed me still, so I'm going to have to do that. But I don't know what I'm going to do. My life is plugged in. My umbilical cord connects to a 110 outlet, so I'm not sure what's going to go on today. There's videos to do. There's life to do. And I keep walking by going like, oh, I'll just come into this room. And I flip on the switch like a moron. Oh my gosh. All
I
right.
flipped on switches so many
Which is
times.
like, I'm just going to make eye contact with you.
It's so weird to see our house
Feed
in
me.
reverse.
Feed
when we do
me.
a front cam.
Okay, fine. Flips over.
So, our power was out for a total of 17 hours.
Yes.
It went out at about 7:30 Sunday night. We had just started a movie. We were still in the opening credits of a movie, and the
Yes.
power
And that power went
shut
out.
off.
It just went.
At what, maybe 10:30. It flicked on for half a second.
Oh my gosh.
And back
yes.
off
and
again.
back off again.
We're just stuck in the dark. Luckily, we have lots of power banks. We had fully charged them up just in case the day before.
But that only produces lights and stuff. So.
Well, we were able to charge phones if
That-
necessary.
right.
You have a ring light that's USB powered, so
Yes.
we were able to plug in a ring light and have some power
Yes.
in the house.
We made food with
I,
it.
because of that traumatic event, forgot that we had an earthquake during the hurricane.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and we'll get to that. Okay, so the power. Well, before that, we had the earthquake. I don't know how
Yes.
this clip, and then this clip got truncated over it too. Okay, let's finish this
What's
clip.
going on out here? I just want to eat some grass. And it's all soaking soggy wet, huh?
Maybe when I dragged and dropped it, that one got ahead of us.
It's been steady and relentless, and we're ready for the big part of the storm to come soon.
You checking on Blake?
Everything's just like soaked. Everything's just like wet all over the
It
place.
was so
There's
wet.
just like nowhere for the water
Today,
to
all
go.
this is green though.
Our ground can only absorb so much
I
because we
expect
get
it
so
to
little
like the streets are kind of
precipitation.
floody a little
that
bit, but
it-
actually
that's it,
it's
it
done a good
absorbs.
job on like moving the water. But it just hasn't stopped at all. See, it's floody right there right now.
I wanted to go play it.
The big part of it's coming from like over here soon. Okay. I'm glad the grass is getting some water though.
It needed it. I cut it today and it was happy.
And you can see how windy it was.
Kamiko,
It was like a
I
third
don't know,
of the way
you'd
across
eat some-
the driveway.
4-leaf clovers. I'll bring you some grass.
She
You
wanted
stay
some
here.
grass,
I'll bring you some grass. She just wants to come eat some stuff, but it's gonna be all like soggy and wet. Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, she.
Oh,
I
I
stepped
just
in that.
huddled. Hey, you want some of this stuff?
She did not. Look at that. Even I don't. Even I know you don't want that soggy salad.
She's like, I'm just looking for something that's not soggy and wet. I think everything's soggy and wet. There we go.
Sorry.
Some of that.
Oh, her little wet footprints.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll check back later. I'll report back. News at 11.
So, before our power went out, we got an earthquake. Okay, so yes, I did feel the earthquake. That's fine. The coolest thing was, though, the earthquake sent me a text message right before the earthquake happened to tell me there was about to be an earthquake. It said, drop, cover, hold, and protect yourself. Sounded more like the stop, drop, and roll gimmick. I'd be really mad if I was forest fires. But, wow, it really texted me the text message before an earthquake. I love technology.
So we felt like I would say 4 or 5. Like,
yeah, we were sitting there. I was sitting right there, and you were sitting next to me.
Not hard jolts. It was like we're raised up. It's a manufactured home, so we're on
we were
earthquake
watching TV. I think
braces
like
piers, and it rocks. It's like the motion of a boat, and I feel like we got like 4 or 5
enough that we
good
knew
rocks,
it was an earthquake.
But we did the earthquake.
Ooh, and I'm like, yup, and we're like,
and I feel like we got like 2 rocks, and then the phone went off. Because I was sitting there scrolling my phone. I feel like it was 2 rocks, and then the
I felt like it was like,
came
yeah,
up.
by the time I looked down at the notification, it was sending me that. So it was like, it was a tie. And maybe the earthquake came first.
I don't want to know ahead of time.
I don't want to know ahead of time.
My mom got the notification, did not feel the earthquake. She's not in a manufactured home. She's on a slab foundation.
Right.
So she got the notification and then was like, where's the
where's
earthquake?
this earthquake?
Where's the earthquake?
That's weird.
And then that's a little scarier to me because then you're waiting like,
But I
there's
get
no
it.
earthquake.
Maybe like I need to like leave if it's coming minutes ahead. So it was neat. I mean, it was like within second. It was right there, right? So the earthquake happens and it rolls, and I'm like, ooh, that's far away. Violent shaking, we know, means it's close. By the time we get to the rolls, that's the end of, like when we put something in the water and it like goes blue.
The ripples.
Yeah, we were at the end.
It was about 2 hours
We were
away.
at the end of the ripples, so we knew that was a couple hours away. It was in Ohio. It was actually, we went to Ventura one of the weekends that we were off. We went to Ventura.
We went on a weekday, actually.
We went on a weekday, yes. We went on a weekday. We had, we went and got like food at the beach, at the port. At the port,
harbor.
At the harbor.
Ventura Harbor.
We went record shopping.
We did.
Crystal got a new record stand. So we were just there. And it was in Ojai, which is about an hour from, is that an hour north, 30 more minutes north?
Maybe about 30 minutes. It's like Ojai's a little further up in the mountain area.
So it was 2 hours from me, but we were just like over there in that area where it happened at. So it was like the foresty area. So not only getting dumped on, they had an earthquake as well. And after we rocked, I was like, uh-oh, because we're on the San Andreas fault line. We're like on the line.
Yes.
So
we are not going to fall into the ocean, but there is a chance for significant damage.
We're waiting. Yeah, so I'm like going, we're gonna get another one soon. So whatever. We rock a little bit. I'm like, wow, like they're really doing it up here in California.
Right. Let's get it all out of the way at once.
Yeah, let's get it all out of the way at once. So cool. Oh wait, I'm getting text again. It's either work or I think I'm about to fall in the ocean. Gotta go.
We're not gonna fall in the ocean. It's a north-south
Yeah. So
fault.
you can see there how close we were to the thing. The end. 5.5, that's decent. Hakuna Matata, that'll save you 3 minutes. Hakuna Matata, I don't know the lyrics. It's when I'm too lazy to search for Songy. Hakuna Matata. They're just, and they bathe each other a lot. They're still
All the time.
super close. They're still buddies.
Always snuggling in the basket.
Always snuggle into the basket. So, and it was just raining out, and they were just unfazed. So the power goes out. This is before the power went out, right?
I was gonna say, yeah, this was before.
Yeah. So we were
played
playing
a like 2-hour game of Castles of Burgundy.
Yes, this is a long game. So fun though. I love Castles of Burgundy, but every game takes at least 2 hours.
Yes.
So we played a long game. It was nice. The weather was nice. It was beautiful. The rain sounds were nice. It got chilly.
It was.
Look at that. It got chilly. I was able to wear my awesome thing.
And then it was dark.
And then it was dark.
That robot, by the way, 3D printed by Blake.
It is, yes.
And then there was our emergency power.
Yep. So Kitty came
Kitty
out to
came
hang out. I had a little light on we only turned it on for a little bit. What I did do though is I took my phone and I used it as a hotspot, and there was just enough battery on the laptop to watch the episode of Big Brother.
Yes,
so
it was Sunday night Big Brother.
It was
on.
cute. We like had snacks, and it was just a little screen, and we just sat around it and watched it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
It was an experience.
Yeah. So the fridge and everything was off. It's so weird how much I rely on power.
Yes.
You know, the power was.
All of our food was okay.
Our food was
Everything
fine.
was fine. Like the ice didn't melt or anything, so everything was edible.
Right.
Where are you going, Crystal? How come you look like you're half ready?
Because there's no power.
No. Oh, we barely saw it. Darn it. See, some of the clips, I didn't even look at the end. Some of the clips must have been over it. Can we go back a fraction of a second? Let's see if I can pause it on Crystal. So the power was still out the next day, which I thought Crystal should have stayed home, but we were already taking off that Friday because we were going to the Less Than Jake concert.
Yes, and I wanted to sleep in so that I could be nice and refreshed for the late night concert.
Right. So I didn't get much sleep the night before because I kept looking at the Edison page.
Where are you going,
the
Crystal?
Edison
How come you look like
page-
you're half ready?
Because there's no power.
Oh,
No, you can't see.
You can see a little bit of
So,
Crystal right there
I'm
with
rocking
the bag.
the curly hair these days, which means I don't need to blow dry my hair.
Right.
But my bangs still have to be blow dried and curled.
So what was in that bag?
I took a bag to work that had my blow dryer, my curling brush, and my curling iron in it. And I'm like, there's an outlet. We have 4 bathrooms at work. One of them is the women's bathroom my mom and I use. It has an outlet in it. And I'm like, we're fine. I'll just go in the bathroom. I've done it before. The power went out one time when I worked at the print shop. I brought my stuff to work, did my hair in the bathroom.
You're so loyal.
No problem.
I would have just been like, I can't come in. My mohawk is all I got.
So I go to work and like nobody else that I worked with had any power issues or anything. It was just it was like our mobile home park, and like that was about it. Which there was already scheduled maintenance, which they did 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh,
to replace
yes.
something, so it might have been related to that.
Yeah.
So I go into work and my hair's. When I go into work, my hair's still a little bit wet. It hasn't dried all the way. Fine, no big deal. But then my bangs are just this like half frizzed mess in the front. And I walk up to one of the guys and I'm like, look, I'm here, but I have no power at my house. And he just laughs at me. I'm like, I have to go in the bathroom and finish doing my hair. So I go in the bathroom and I plug in my curling iron, because usually that's how I do it. I plug in the curling iron, turn it on, then I blow dry, and then the curling iron's ready. And I hit the button and nothing happens. And so I plug it into the other plug, the other outlet in the double outlet. Nothing happens. Apparently that outlet's just for decoration.
Oh, nice.
So I go to all 3 of the other bathrooms and none of them have an outlet. So I had to go under my mom's desk and unplug some
way.
accessory that looked peripheral. It was like a small
It was
wire.
a big block from one of those old calculators with the roll on there.
That might have actually been what it was, because she has one of those and uses it despite the fact that I tell her there's a calculator on her computer.
One of those beige ones.
That's probably what I unplugged.
Does she sit there and do that thing?
So, she does. She doesn't run the paper, but yeah. So I plug in my blow dryer under there, and I crouch down because the cord's only so long and it's going under behind her desk. And I crouch down and I'm using my phone as a mirror. I've got my front camera on, and she comes in and I'm like blow drying my hair at her desk.
No burns?
No, I'm pretty skilled at this. I only drop the curling iron sometimes when my hands stop working.
Right.
Then I had to plug in my curling iron and then wait for it to heat up and then curl my
I would have
bangs.
loved if you'd have blown a breaker at work.
That would have been great.
That would have been great. Yeah, so off she went, but that clip, I don't know. I dragged and dropped. I didn't look. This is all first time
Yeah, I
stuff.
don't know
So
what
Town
sorry.
has drained with water. Well, on the east side over here. We'll see when we get up to.
So you can see that that's where the water was at.
Yeah, it flooded pretty good over there.
But that drained really well.
Street, and you can just see the mud.
I mean, that drained really well. That's just at the corner right up here. Not like right where the
Half
taco
a
truck
mile
is. The next
west.
corner. By the gas station and stuff. So you can see all the mud. So it was flooded up there. Challenger Way was flooded too. My friend Kenya had a photo of out the window, and it looked pretty flooded.
There was definitely lots of this on my way to work. We did not go out at all on Hurricane Day on Sunday.
No, we
But-
we were like we didn't prepare, but like we prepared by like not going out.
Yes, but on my way to work, I saw a lot of flooding, and the main street that I take to work, it's kind of rickety anyway. I wouldn't go so far as to say potholes, but it's very uneven and wearing out. Now they actually patched them this week already, but there were a lot of actual potholes on the street to where you had to like drive in the bike lane a little bit because they were big.
You can kind of see the edge here of the road. It's all chewed up like that where it was wet. It really got bad when it snowed on that Thanksgiving a few years ago, and then
that was
it got
like
bad out
4
here.
years ago.
Yeah, just says they don't put the stuff in the asphalt to like winter, like for the winter
why?
stuff.
We don't have weather.
Right.
Where all the flooding was yesterday.
So this was the next day.
It
This was
used to be really bad here,
Monday?
like
Yeah,
decades ago,
beautifully
but
clear
they've
on
really
Monday.
done some good improvements on the
Simpsons
streets
sky
here.
going
So
on.
not too bad so far. Everything looks like clean. Like the street looks like super clean from all the water on it. So I came by the Dollar Tree to see if there's any Hot Wheels since the power's been out of my house for we're on hour number 16. But they decided to be closed today due to the safety of their employees.
Lots
which I can
of
respect
places
that.
closed. All the school districts in our entire valley
Right, they
closed. I think
closed.
all of LA County
Yeah.
actually. Blake didn't have class that day.
So yeah, no Hot Wheel hunting.
Even though you don't see the roads flooded right here, a lot of roads do get flooded around here and stuff like that. And so I get it. I didn't think that Crystal should have been open today as well. Even though, like, you don't see, everything looks high and dry here. But that's not always the case everywhere. Nor is that is not the norm here in the Antelope Valley. Well, I found the flood. And it's like
this
is half a mile east of us.
Yes, when we were pointing that way in the video, like towards the Walmart, that's the street. I turned right and the Walmart's there. So this is what we're used to
like a half
seeing.
a mile from the house. So my house is just right up the street. But
Are you eating in this clip?
I found it.
Did you bring snacks to go to the store?
That's where all our water's at. Oh, my car seat. I was wondering where it was at. Even that, at that size, Jack could still fit on that.
Oh, Dan.
I don't know. So there you go. So that was. Oh, look. Whoa.
There we are. Oh,
Ha.
make me smaller.
So that was it. That was our trip. That was hopefully not so clunky.
Your trip.
That was my trip.
Yes.
But that's just what we were up to. I also just realized there's a little bit of an echo on the playback in the video. Sorry. Oops. I don't know what to do with that. So, thank you for everybody that stuck with us and watched. We'll be back doing some live streams very, very soon. You can check the calendar. The calendar is up.
I believe the 8th we're back. We're just going to do a hangout.
Yeah,
so, much like this, but you can chat with us.
Yeah, 2 hours later. I'm sure this thing's like 2.5 hours long.
I had no idea we were going to go this long.
And like we haven't hung out for a while, so it was nice to kind of catch up on some of the stuff we were doing. We had no
when
preparation.
you told me you wanted me to do this, I thought like, half an hour we'll sit down and watch some clips and stuff.
No, and I just didn't know what to do with them. If you guys want, I can make a video and take out all the photos and just put all the video together, render it, and you guys can listen to it without the echo.
Nope, if you want to watch
us.
it, you gotta watch it like this.
Like this? Okay, well then there, Crystal told you there.
I'm the decider.
There. Crystal's the decider. So that's it. Anything else before we get out of here? My butt's numb from sitting on the
Very
wooden
much
chair.
so. I'm ready to sit on the couch.
Yeah, right. We're gonna watch The Big Brother. I'm ready to eat some leftover pizza. We're enjoying our 3-day weekend. Look how excited you got for that.
I forgot there was pizza.
We're gonna enjoy our 3-day weekend before we get back to hanging out and entertaining you all.
I figured a lot of people would be going out. Yeah, it's the end of summer, holiday weekend. A lot of people go out and do stuff.
Yes.
And barbecue and stuff. So I figured we'll come back next week.
It's so nice.
And then we have another week off after that because you will be in Texas.
I will be in Texas. I'll finally get to go to the Buc-ee's. I saw somebody today on my Facebook feed with the mascot. So I'm like, can I buy the mascot?
Like life size?
Yeah. No, like the guy was like in there like doing his like mascot.
The costume.
Thing.
Gotcha.
The costumes, yeah. So I'm excited for that. So I'll be doing that. And then actually before that, you're going to be off to, when do you go to San Francisco for the NoFX concert?
Oh yeah, that's Buc-ee's Texas is next month, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This month, that's so we'll be back for 1 week, and then the next weekend I'll be in San Francisco.
Right, and we'll be back after that. So yeah, and then be in Frisco, and then I'll be in Texas, and then we'll both be in Novi in December.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah.
Weather permitting.
I know, weather permitting. And get your RFS Dan pin. How fun. How fun.
They are really
I know
cute.
a few more orders came in. I was sitting here. I'm like, Here, I'll put the little thing on the screen real quick. No, I won't.
Nope.
Too bad.
Sorry.
Too bad. So sad. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you we'll see you on the live streams.
Catch you later, Bill and Ted.
Oh, I can't even do it. It's so sad.
You can't.
Satan doesn't even want me. Like I get to the lineup, and they're all like, "All right." They're like,
You're not committed, man. Get you back
he
in
don't
line.
even know what to do with me. He's like, I've never even seen this before. Like nobody's ever taken this on.
Oh, Dan.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.